And then, yeah. All right. Let's see. What are we missing? Are we missing anything else? Chat's not on. I wonder what's wrong with chat. Um, dude, you there?
I'm here.
All right. Let's see. Torture time, tags, stream language, content
Oh, that's what I meant to
classification,
check.
rerun, branded content. All right, we're going live in 3, 2, 1. Yes, go live. Connecting, 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 connecting. Hello, everyone. All right, we're on.
We're
Hey,
live.
yep, we're live.
Hello, people. It's JapanLover79 and Shinigami, and if you're wondering where we've been all week, Thanksgiving has been happening in the States.
Yeah, Wednesday,
So, yeah.
yeah, for Wednesday we couldn't really stream because of the fact we were just getting ready for family. Thursday was Thanksgiving. Friday was Black Friday, and yeah, we were busy.
Oh, yo, I did baby shopping for my niece on Black Friday. It was great.
You
Like, it
say
was actually great. I found a little toy Switch for my niece, and it was...
you say that, but it's still Black Friday.
Yeah, well, I live in the suburbs, so it's not really that bad.
Makes sense.
Like, I don't have to fucking pile drive somebody for a TV.
Oh yeah, I think I think it accidentally happened to my mom once when she was younger.
Did it? Wait, that would have been for a CRT. She would have broke her spine.
No, it's like not actual pile drive. I remember someone ended up like suplexing her, like out of the way of
Oh my
something
God.
on accident. And I think I don't even think she was going for anything. She was just going for groceries. But I'm guessing because it was Black Friday, what ended up happening is that some guy thought she was trying to take some shit, and she ended up getting suplexed.
Ow. Well, you don't go Black Friday shopping at Walmart, or grocery shopping at Walmart on Black Friday.
Yeah, but we were poor back then. Kind of are still, but we're no more middle class.
Yeah. So, one year on Black Friday, I'm trying to remember. I had this one idiot kept thinking that our store had Black Friday deals on toys. We are a grocery store.
What the? Why would you go to a grocery store for toys, first of all?
Guess we sold toys for whatever reason. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was one of those. My Dollar General does that too, where like they sell toys, but it's like not even the good ones. It's just the really shitty bootleg ones.
We had a whole wall of Hatchimals that year, because you know what happened the previous year with them, right?
What happened?
There's actually videos on this. The kids got them for Christmas, like a bunch of kids, and they didn't work right, and there were so many disappointed parents and children on Christmas.
Oh no.
So as a result, ShopRite got them from whatever fucking discount store they get them from, and we had a whole fucking wall of the damn things.
Jesus Christ. That sounds like pure pain.
It was, especially with the amount of them that got returned.
Why? Cause oh, so you have to like just stand there constantly like returning shit or scanning to return.
Pretty much. I do returns all day.
Oh, that sounds like a pain in the ass.
Dude, the worst time is during COVID where there was a limit on chicken, and we didn't have much of anything. So people would buy the entire chicken case, realize that there was a limit on chicken, and all of it would come back, and I had to restock the entire chicken case. It was a nightmare.
Ooh.
It's not my job, by the way.
Really?
Hmm.
Oh
I
shit.
had to do it, so it was in a return cart.
Oh.
Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10.
I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10. Character, you might want to go back to one-liner school.
What?
Main character's like, I'd say it's worth 10 out of 10, so I'm like, you might want to go back to one-liner school.
Oh no. Yep, sounds about right.
What time? All right, I'll wait an hour on that.
But yeah, also for you guys that are from
What's wrong, Rain?
that are new to the stream, I have a personal YouTube where I post metal. I've been doing a Metal Gear
nothing.
playthrough on that.
Just thinking of.
Let me just say
have
this:
to hand it to you,
Ocelot
Lena.
fucking
Losing your
sucks,
father must have been terrible, but you've been dealing with it so calmly.
bro. One of the
Beat him in like one go.
Oh, not at
usually
all.
no, it's just that
I cried
no,
all the
not
time that
Ocelot. I
happened.
mean Liquid Snake, because you have to fight him in a high
I was gonna
D.
say I was on the
What's
video
your
of you when you
father
fought
like, Mr. Kenny?
Ocelot.
Yeah, and I'm like, here's the thing:
My father.
Liquid Snake is a fucking fraud, because he had to fight me in a
He's a
high
great man,
D.
respected by everyone who knows him.
You know what a high D is, right?
Wow.
That's a hind
I'm
D.
jealous.
It's basically like a big ass
Sounds
chopper.
wonderful. You must be really proud of
Get
him,
to the
Mr.
chopper.
And here's the thing: in any other game that's
Yeah,
modern,
he's
it would be
brilliant.
fine. It's just like, oh, just aim
Maybe
and shoot.
too brilliant.
But since this is a top-down game with a really shitty aiming system where it's like old school, you gotta stand still and just like aim it manually. Yeah, it gets pretty fucking annoying because he likes to circle around a lot. And he also likes to hide below the building, so you never know where he's coming from.
Give me a surface scan.
The only thing they'll give you a hint is the radar, and even then, it's not that reliable.
This is an M-sized planet. Breathable E-type atmosphere.
He's the
Looks
only
like it's
boss
got
I
a lot
died
of
to
oil
like
deposits,
twice.
Especially chromium.
I
I'm
gotcha.
detecting life forms, but no evidence of sentient life.
Also, sir,
I'll add the data to our star
I
map.
can't think of a joke there.
Wait a minute, Admiral. There's a point on the surface that's turning up dark in the scan.
What do you mean?
Did you take a shit on the planet again?
There's an energy field present.
It's just his
Why would
diarrhea.
there be one here?
Shut the fucking diarrhea shit.
Do we know anything about this field?
It's not a stream unless you make some sort of
Checking
poop
our
joke.
database.
Yeah,
Are you eating right now?
a brownie.
I've drank in half a 2-liter bottle of
No
Sprite
matches
today,
found.
and I'm surprised I'm not dead.
Pathetic.
All right, we'll have to land on Milokinia and check
You
it
say
out
pathetic.
ourselves.
Yes.
Get us down as quickly as possible.
Hey, at least I drink it with fizz like a man.
There's like a chug one
Vincent
down.
Kenny, I'm appointing you to the landing party.
If I may, Admiral, my duty is.
Oh
to
yeah,
assist
for
you with
off
command,
context, so you guys
not to
knew.
explore unknown planets.
JP, why don't you tell him?
I'm going down to Milokinia too.
This man
so
drinks
you're
soda
coming
without
with
any
me.
fizz.
Yeah, and it made this
Admiral,
man
what if something
freak the
happens to you
fuck
down on the
out.
surface?
Dude, my father would disown you in 2
We're
seconds.
here to discover the unknown, to unlock the secrets of the universe. Who could ask for
I
anything
got
more?
that.
I'm just
I got
I'm
that
just an old
boomer
man
father,
who's too
yo.
decrepit for the battlefield. Are you
I'm a
trying
millennial.
to deny me the last bit
And
of
I'm
fun I
Gen
can
Z,
have
which
in my
we
life?
somehow get along. Somehow.
You have them Gen X parents,
Never mind. Understood.
I think. I don't know how that works exactly.
Me neither.
Kurtzman, you take the bridge.
Listen, boy, I ought to smack you now.
Be careful down there, sir. Right,
I'm too
let's
close
get
to my
moving.
desk, and I'm afraid if I lean far back too far, I'm gonna end up falling off.
I just blow my microphone, it comes out your microphone, and somehow you fall off your desk.
Shut. Nah. Oh, that'd be fucking sick. Also, I think on Tuesday when we played Class of 09, after the stream we decided to go for the other route real quick. And what ended up happening is that I was not okay mentally after that because I was tired. And
I literally was checking Discord to make sure you were alright all week. I'm like, dude, are you okay? We might have went too far there.
yeah, let me just say this. It got real personal a little bit.
Yeah, guys, that game is trending, but if you gotta play it, trigger warning for just everything.
Literally offensive content, vulgarity, sexual themes. What's the thing that trigger Twitch? Let's see. There's
Sexual theme, sexual assault.
there's
Other
there's
things.
drug, intoxication, or excessive tobacco use. I think there's gambling, but no. Significant profanity,
Take it
vulgarity,
rated
sexual
everything
themes,
that the ESR puts on the back of the box.
and violent and graphic depictions. I'm surprised this shit's not rated A.
Basically, it's just Gantz without any class. And Gantz already doesn't have class. Wait, there's literally rape in the first episode of that show. It's 30 seconds, by the way, right?
Oh yeah, we're way past that.
Okay, good. YouTube would have demonetized me for saying that 30
So
30
tell me,
seconds in.
What logical reason is there for Claude to be in the landing party?
Beats me.
Logic.
Probably dear old
I was
Dad
just
trying to
picking names out of a
cover
hat,
service
dude.
record.
Just has a
Too
hat
bad we
and it
all
just
couldn't
picks
be the
names out.
Admiral's son, right?
Well, nothing we can really do about it. Even someone
Wait,
like
did we just have a
moronic Stuart
playable
Candy
flashback
can't
for like
help
2
but
minutes?
spoil the kid a little.
Yep. By the way, Kenny's whole shtick is that he feels inferior to his father and he wants to be his own man.
He is inferior to his
Is
father.
something wrong?
No.
Wait, so his dad had a tail, right?
No. He's the same guy that... You know how in the first game, it went all full Star Trek and space people
Yeah.
showed up?
Who were his parents again? Was it the main character of the last game?
No. You know Ronix, right?
Yeah, that guy.
That's Claude's dad. And since
Oh,
Claude,
him.
and since
So-
Claude's hair is blonde, you can take a guess of who the mom is.
Oh, the chick I said was hot.
Yep.
Howard said he hopes of interbreed. I guess the Space Concord thing prevents him from interbreeding.
Shut the fuck.
It probably does, though. They just can't state it because the game's rated teen.
Because it'll be racist.
We got enemies.
Not to be racist. It's just about. It would just be a sex thing. They can't really say that in a teen game.
Ah, okay.
We better be careful.
I don't think many games ever really got away with that I can think of. I'm trying to think what the last rated teen game was that I played.
I think it was
Actually, I've been playing a game that's rated. What?
I think I remember the last game that got away with it was Uncharted 2.
10 out of 10.
But even then, it's like...
I've been playing Spirit Tea, and there's references to there's like actual alcohol in that game, and it's only rated E10.
Yeah, that's probably pushing it real hard, though.
I think Stardew's rated E10 as well, and that game has some like mature themes that it deals with, like PTSD for one of the characters.
Here's the thing. You can get away with surprisingly a lot of stuff for rated E. I mean, Teen Titans covered PTSD, and they got away with it just fine.
They also had the character Penny, who I married in that game, whose mom was like an old abusive boomer.
Oh, God.
And the town alcoholic, who the only way to max out friendship with her is just to give her whiskey or like I forget what it was, some kind of spirit that you can make in your farm.
Oh, God.
Basically, I was supporting a town alcoholic's alcoholic addiction. 10 out of 10 would play Stardew Valley again. That game was great.
Oh, I know it's great. I just don't know why I've never got it before.
Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10.
Also, last night, the reason I wasn't like on because of the fact I was in another server and I was watching a friend of mine just grind Xenoverse 2.
Who does that?
He does, because I saw his combo game. He would absolutely kick my ass.
No. My question is, who the fuck still plays Xenoverse 2?
It's still, it's still being supported, you know.
Hey, Fighters is the far superior Dragon Ball game, and I'll die on that hill.
No, it's just the fact that he's just a huge DB fan. Not only that, he's just kind of bored. He's gonna put the, and I think after he was done playing, he says he's gonna put the game away for a bit.
Well, they're trying to make another 3D Dragon Ball. I don't know when it's gonna be due out.
That was easier than I thought.
It's gonna be Budokai 4, I think.
Yeah, Budokai 4.
I'm hoping it's good, because they can do such an amazing job with. I'm hoping they'll bring Linda Young back for Frieza since Chris Ayres passed away. I hope they don't just use some no-name voice actor for Frieza. Shit, who are they gonna get to play Frieza? Because Chris Ayres is dead, and the only person that can have do it is Linda Young.
Yeah, like where Linda Young is iconic to the role, yeah, but it just doesn't.
I mean,
it wouldn't feel the same.
Well, here's the thing: they used Linda Young originally because she does that old voice that she did for Genkai, and her old voice can also double as an alien voice. It sounds weird and alien, and I kind of like that better for Frieza. At least in the anime.
It all depends on your cup of tea. Kai has the better dub, while OG DBZ is also iconic for different reasons.
And then there's also Canadian Frieza, who's just a different dude because it was a different dub over there. Dragon Ball
Canadian
has so many.
Canadian Frieza?
Yeah, dude, Dragon Ball has so many different English dubs. It's incredible. There's the Big Green dub, the Ocean dub, the Funimation dub, which we got over here, and I think the Ocean dub was what I was just referring to, which they got in Canada. Then there's the Funimation dub they did for Kai. There's a ton of them.
I think there's another
Then there's
studio
the-
for Super, like another dubbing studio for Super, but I forgot what it's called. What? Boom Studios? I forgot what it's called.
Speaking of Big Green, they're the same people that do a lot of stuff in Southeast Asia, where English is very common. So they'll do a bunch of dubs over there. And one common thing in Southeast Asia, it's disrespectful in a lot of those countries to have your shirt off. So stuff like Dragon Ball, they have to edit on shirts on the characters.
Oh no.
It's really funny.
Speaking of Dragon Ball,
They have
apparently GT2, as I like to call it, it's only gonna be 12 episodes, like a regular anime.
Oh, it's probably gonna be OVAs essentially.
It's only gonna be 12 episodes, not the usual Dragon Ball experience where like it's just
So
weekly.
it's not gonna be 300 plus episodes where pretty much everything's filler. Got it.
No, that would be
Yeah,
Naruto.
another reason it's probably gonna suck ass.
No, here's the thing. That's Naruto. Like, what you just
Why
described.
not just make it a movie at that point?
They're trying to test the waters if they're still hyped for Dragon Ball. I'm suspecting because we haven't had Dragon Ball content for a hot minute.
I think what they're trying to do with Supers, they're just trying to turn them into movies now. I think that's what they said they were going to do, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty hoping that if they do that, I'm hoping we get the Moro or the Granola arc as the next movie, which I think is next. I forget what's next. It's either the Moro or Granola arc.
No, they're not doing movies based off the manga. They never did that. All the movies are original. But it's doing something that is really weird. Instead of doing adaptations of the manga, the movie adaptations are being adapted into the manga.
I really like Superhero. Also, apparently every form we got in that movie is canon, by the way.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because they made the movie canon. They're going to put that arc in the manga.
But the problem is, those abilities won't be canon for quite a few years until Pan's like 5 and Goten and Trunks are like teenagers.
Yeah, and not only that, they need to
So
finish the
either they're
current.
gonna do a time skip, I don't know.
They also got to
Maybe the
finish.
canon loves
They
fuck
got-
itself harder than a whore on prom night.
Yeah, they also got to finish the current arc with Granola, I think. I don't know how long the Granola arc's been going for.
A while, I mean, long enough for Vegeta to get a new form that's just as strong as Vegeta and Frieza both got new forms.
I'd say that was 8 out of 10.
And apparently Frieza's now the strongest again with his new
Oh
form.
yeah.
Insanity.
Oh yeah, Black
That's
Frieza.
fucking awesome.
Black Frieza. I forgot about that. People were really pissed when that happened because it fall in the same
I
trap.
like Frieza, but I wish they'd stop treating him like a cartoon villain and actually make him the fucking space tyrant that he used to be. It irritates the hell out of me.
Here's the problem. It's just that. How do I say it? Well, I forgot what I was gonna say. But what was I gonna say? The
Like,
problem
Frieza
is that
literally a landlord. What?
the
Sorry.
problem is that like how do I say it? Is that Frieza should have just stayed dead in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I would rather have had him stay dead, but you know, we had to introduce Trunks in a cool way somehow.
Yeah, but it
Future
feels
Trunks is
like
probably my favorite hero character on the hero side.
what's
But he barely
you know
gets
what's
any screen time.
you know
He's in a
what's-
separate timeline.
You know what's fucked up? Is that out of the entire
What?
franchise, minus the anime, Trunks is always getting some sort of love. He's a main character in Xenoverse. He has his own DLC in Kakarot. It's like, why
Yeah, it's
Trunks?
Goten that they don't give a shit about.
It's like, why Trunks?
Goten is one of those DBZ characters that doesn't have his own identity. Even in like GT, he was just like there in the background, so they needed more people fighting.
Yeah, he
Same
was
with,
just
like,
he was just the
Trunks of that
regular.
era.
He was the only regular teenager, both personality wise and physical.
I mean, the reason I like Future Trunks is because he's the fucking screw up. And that's what someone's doing about his character. Like, he's essentially a character that had to cope with fighting enemies that his parents and shit have had years to train for, to where he is just has never seen that kind of action in his life. I don't know if I explained that right.
And they're, yeah, essentially Gohan's doing what his dad did to him when he was 4.
To quote Cell from Dragon Ball Z Abridged, "You are on the field with fighters that have had more experience than you've had in a single."
The trip
I
took
forget
a
what he
lot
said.
longer than I thought.
"You are dealing with fighters that have had more experience than you've
There's
had an
nobody
entire
around.
year, brat."
The castle looks like it's locked
so
up
true.
too.
That's why I like. I don't know. That's why I like Future Trunks.
Let's stay at the inn for the night. We can visit the castle tomorrow.
Hit's pretty cool, but I feel like they did all they could do with Hit. Someone brought up a really cool point, like having a doing a sub-series focused on the Saiyans' past history,
Yeah, to expand the
like how they
lore.
conquer Vegeta and everything like that.
Everything's going.
Yeah, not only that, I think they're trying to do that in the manga with the Granola arc, where apparently like they changed some of Bardock's character.
Wait, did they retcon it a third time? Are you kidding me?
The first 2 times were never canon. This is the only official canon one. But with this case,
He's not my boyfriend.
what ended up
Well,
happening
no, they
is
retconned
that
it in Broly and made it canon.
what ended up happening is that rather than show him as a badass Saiyan in like the original times, in Super he's considered like sort of an oddity among Saiyans, where he's like not normal. And I got mixed reactions
Well, yeah,
from it.
he's not like a conqueror.
Yeah, and I've had mixed reactions from it, from like friends.
He's supposed to be an asshole. That's his whole character trait.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I had some people that gave me their opinions on it, and a friend of mine made a good point where it's like, realistically,
I have a figure of Bardock. I have a figure of Bardock from his special where he died a tragic hero in the original version of from the history of Bardock, not the one where he killed discount free chill or whatever, the actual good
Well, you
special.
didn't have to shout it like that.
from what I know, is that what he ended up saying is that, like, original Bardock, like you said, he was more just like an asshole, and he prefers this new one
Dude,
because
the
it actually.
dude's so badass. He literally made a fucking headband out of his friend's blood.
What also ended up happening is that how do I say it? My friend prefers that one because the fact actually explains why Goku is the way he is, because like it's the obvious fact that personalities from parents can't transfer to their kids, and considering the fact that Gine was one of the only nice Saiyans and Bardock was the kind of nice one, it's a much better explanation than just, oh, Goku hit his head. And I'm like, actually, it does make sense. I kind of agree with that because it's a good explanation for it. It's not just.
I like the retcon they did in Super though.
Yeah, that's why the Super ones make sense because it's like rather than just
The one they did in Broly.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he hit his head, but no, in reality, it's just that his parents were just
That was
weird.
the good part of the Broly movie. The whole thing showing the Saiyans and stuff. Like I'm like a minority here, but I did not like the fighting section of Broly. It just wasn't good. It just felt like a repeat of the Tournament of Power to me.
How the fuck is that a repeat of the Tournament of Power?
Well, you know what it was? There was so much fighting in the Tournament of Power that was barely any room for Dragon Ball to tell any kind of story. So it's like it got me
Dragon Ball-
craving story, and since
Oh my
okay, let me
God.
finish. And since fucking
Well,
Broly
you're
came out
lucky.
right after that, I was like craving some more story in Dragon Ball. And having half the movie be like a giant fight was not doing it for me.
Here's the
On the
problem.
house.
It's Dragon Ball. That's the main fucking
Are
problem.
you sure that's
I
you?
know it's Dragon Ball.
You want a story, a good story, but you're forgetting. People remember Dragon Ball for the fights.
And you know what told a
I
good
told
story?
you already,
The
it's not
freaking
like
Android
that
arc.
at
Because the
all.
reason I watched that
I
over and over.
Yeah, that's considered one of the best arcs in the
Not at
series,
all.
actually.
Because it is the Android and Cell arcs.
Yeah.
And then you have the Boo arc, which is like, let's take Dragon Ball and shit on its head.
Mr. Flack paid a visit to town
Yeah,
a couple of
because
weeks
like
earlier.
wasn't like Shonen Jump like, oh, do one more arc, and then Toriyama was like, I have no ideas. What do I do? Fuck it, boo.
But he left soon
Well, no,
afterwards. Not that he had any particular destination in
Toriyama originally
mind.
wanted Dragon Ball to end with the end of the Cell arc with Gohan taking on the main character. But what happened was,
Make yourselves comfy.
like, he had an
Yeah.
idea in his head when he was originally writing the Buu arc, but then he realized Gohan was too much of a reactionary
Thank you
character
so
to take the
much,
main
Rachel.
mantle. So he brought Goku back and fucked everything up.
Oh, no, that, and also because the fact that fans just didn't like Gohan being the main
You're
character.
quite welcome.
Well, in order to
Take care of
Toriyama,
it
that's
for
why he
me,
brought Goku
alright?
back. Toriyama
No,
was like, well, this was a mistake.
no,
Yes, of
no.
course.
It's because of the fact that fans in Japan just hated Gohan as a protagonist and just, well, he got shafted for Goku, and they
By
bullshitted
the way,
Goku's
I couldn't
revival.
help but wonder, who's Mr. Flack?
Yeah.
Us,
I mean,
us,
especially like Gohan.
You mean Diaz?
like us fans in
I think
America.
Dragon Ball.
So I was just
like,
curious.
I
I
feel
think
like
Dragon Ball needs to take a do a sub-series and
full
take a
name's
break
Diaz
from
Flack.
Goku for a
He
while.
used to live in Arlia, like
yeah,
me.
that's the only way to
Something
satisfy
terrible
everyone in
happened to him,
Japan
though,
because of
long
the fact
time
that, you
ago,
know,
and
give
because of
the other
that, he
characters some
left the
proper
village.
story. Because we already experienced this
Like-
Goku's
I'll try
like
to avoid
what,
the subject then.
4 times now? Let us
Like, if
see
you
other
want to use
characters.
Bardock a bit more, take Bardock and tell the story of like when the Saiyans first
Do you
co-
mind
or
if I
take
make
or
one
make a new
request, then?
Saiyan and tell the story on how they conquered Planet Vegeta, because Vegeta said
is
of
he
what
doing?
happened in when he was fighting Carbo
You
or
really
whatever his
don't have
name
to call
was
me
in
Mr.
the
K.
pre-tournament of power.
You know what I
Just
find kind of
Like, they-
funny?
weird when
at-
I call you
They
Ray.
added that whole thing and never gave an explanation for it.
You know what I
Okay.
find really
I'll remember
fucking
that from
funny
now on.
is that like there are some fans like saying, "Why can't Vegeta just wait
Let's
for the
get ready
Saiyans
for
to
bed
come
then.
back?"
It's getting late.
You need to remember who the Saiyans are.
Looks like it. Good night, Claude.
It's like
Vegeta
Good night.
could,
but he
but here's the problem with that as well. Shenron can only revive people that are, or no, Shenron can only grant wishes equal to the power of
Well,
the
how
god
do
who
things
controls
go?
them. This being Dende in this case. Like you can't just say like,
We had a great
like you
night's
know
sleep,
how
Rachel.
like
Here's
Bulma
the
brought
thing.
the idea of just
here's
wishing
the
Vegeta
here's the
into a
problem.
sun.
Here's the problem. The Super Dragon
Oh,
Balls
you know
exist.
that's not what I
Those can
meant.
work. The thing
Fuck the
is,
Super Dragon Balls. Those things are bullshit.
why? Because they just like, unlike the regular Dragon Balls, don't have restrictions.
Rule 3 wishes fuck everything up, but as I was saying, the reason why, like, one of the plans to deal with Vegeta was to wish him into the sun, but Shenron did not kill anybody that's stronger than the current god that made the Dragon Balls.
But yeah, like, and not only
And
that,
since
like,
Vegeta is stronger than Kami, couldn't do that.
and what ended up happening is that when I saw that post, there were people trying to justify it, saying they use the Super Dragon Balls. He can do that, but then, and like, sure, you can use those, and even though you say they're bullshit, unfortunately, are canon. Here's the thing.
Well, you would have to convince a god to make the wish for you, because you have to use the language of the gods to do it. Which in the English dub is just speaking backwards, which is funny.
And here's the thing. And here comes another problem. The Saiyans were pieces of shit. That's the problem. And
Well,
Vegeta,
yeah, they were a warrior race. That's what warrior races do.
yeah, they conquer. And Vegeta,
Like, you think of the Saiyans as the Vikings. That's what they did.
yeah, and Vegeta realized that they were shitty, and he knew he couldn't really change them. Even if he was the prince, he can't really change them because the fact it's just in their blood to conquer. So he's like,
so now we're
yeah,
gonna have to call the Star Ocean Z.
yeah.
Fuck out of people.
Excuse me.
Oh, look at that guy with the third eye.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna call this VOD Star Ocean Z because we're talking about Dragon Ball.
But you see what I mean, though, right? Like,
He had 3 eyes.
even if he could make the wish, Vegeta wouldn't want to, because then you have to deal with his father, who still believes in old Saiyan traditions. Then there's the entire race in general, which are just scumbags. And yeah, you could say, oh, just bring back the good ones. What good ones? There's barely any. And the ones that are decently good are still conquerors at the end of the day.
Yeah, it would be a bad. I mean, here's the thing: you'd have to have Beerus do it, and Beerus wouldn't want to do it because Beerus was the one who ordered the destruction of Vegeta in the first place, which is the most bullshit retcon ever, by the way.
I'm pretty sure the other Saiyans don't know that.
They don't, but it was the most bullshit retcon. I don't know why the fuck. Like, they did that because Frieza was subservient to Beerus, and I hate the fact that Frieza's subservient to Beerus. Pisses me off. It like goes against Frieza's character. Frieza is an asshole tyrant who would bow down to no one, but like, oh, I'm gonna bow down to Beerus. My dad told me to. It's like,
First
No.
off, it's fucking Beerus. What do you expect him to do?
okay, but I just hate Super's version of Frieza so much.
Yeah, here's the thing, like,
It's-
if it was anyone else, yeah, he wouldn't bend down. But it's fucking Beerus. That's the problem. It's fucking Beerus.
Yeah, but it was still one of the dumbest retcons in Dragon Ball history.
Like, don't, yeah, like, I agree with that, but it's just like, what do you expect him to, realistically, if you know about Beerus and know exactly what he can do, what the fuck do you expect him to do?
Yeah.
It's like the mob saying, I'm gonna go after the president, or like the fucking, like, I'm gonna go after like the Chinese government and shoot the president in the face, knowing full well that guy has bodyguards everywhere.
Yeah. I just don't like the whole.
It's
Well, I
why
guess that
even
makes
like,
sense, but I don't
it's
like
why
the
even
whole
like,
retcon thing.
it's why even like back in the day, the mob was still scared of the government.
I mean, I get that they were probably trying to. I mean, it fixes Frieza's character a little bit. 'Cause the original reason he destroyed the Saiyan planet Vegeta was because he was afraid of the Super Saiyan arising.
And I'm guessing, and here's the thing, Beerus just saying that is a good excuse. It's like he was afraid of the Saiyans, and the fact that, you know, Beerus gave him the thumbs up. It's like, okay, bet, I'm gonna do this with a smile on my face. So basically, it was beneficial for both of them, essentially.
Also, did you know that Frieza was based off a landlord or interaction with a landlord that Toriyama had?
What the? Are
Like, you know, he
fucking-
smiles and is jovial all the time, and that's how landlords act. That's
Yeah.
what he was based off of, the hidden evil of landlords. Because he's literally a space landlord. He buys and sells planets.
Oh god.
This is the front desk for the audience chamber.
And Cell was based off of Cicada,
This is the place.
a Cicada's life cycle, and then
And Alien.
I'll write our names in for you.
Also, they need to Cell fight Goro at some point, because they both had very similar like
I
ambitions.
see you're here
Yeah.
on behalf of Mayor Regis of
They both wanted a good fight, and would
Yes,
do
sir.
whatever it
I'd
takes
like
to
have
get
an
that
audience
fight.
As soon as possible,
Even
I
if it
may.
meant destroying everything.
Very well.
And if they didn't get what they wanted, Goro would kill Yusuke and all his friends, and possibly a fuck ton of
Thank
other
you very
people.
much.
And Cell would
Welcome to
kill
Universal
the
until
entire
time
planet.
comes.
You know, the problem with Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball
That would
is
be great.
Hakusho
Thank
characters
you.
can just kill a bunch of people, but they can't really kill a planet.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Toguro could, like, totally just punch through a fucking S-rank demon, no problem. But destroying a planet is something he couldn't really do.
Yeah, I like how because of DBZ, anime learned to scale back their enemies, because it's like, we don't want another DBZ problem where enemies just get too broken, and some manga authors realize that.
I mean, Yusuke technically became a half demon, half human at the end, which I thought was part of the last arc, which was pretty bad in general. It's like, they essentially made Kuwabara the strongest person in Yusuke's group of friends, and he was so strong that they had to cut him from that arc.
And then they have to give Yusuke a buff.
Well, he essentially had no story presence either in that arc, because pretty much in the third arc, they all answered to Demon Kings that knew of their triumphs and wanted them in their army for like one final war, which ended up becoming this whole tournament thing, and the tournament sucked. I hate the last arc of Yu Yu Hakusho so much.
You mean the Dark Tournament?
No, this is the final arc of Yu Yu Hakusho, the Three Kings arc. It's not good.
Oh.
Like,
Oh,
best time to dip on
I'm
Yu Yu
guessing.
Hakusho is literally after the Sensui arc.
I'm guessing the manga fell in that trap of, how do I say it? It fell in the trap of really great story, but because it was going on for so long, it kept building up to something that it wasn't able to fulfill.
Well, no, apparently the manga ending was great. The manga version of the arc was fantastic. It was the anime that got fucked because they had to rush it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense.
Because they were running out of money. That's why they're reanimating it and hopefully doing the thing where Yusuke marries what's her face, not Boatstown. I forget what his Fuck, what the fuck was his girlfriend called? I don't remember her name, but he essentially marries her. Because he makes her a promise before he goes out to fight in that arc, and we never get to see it because the anime ran out of budget.
Yeah.
But apparently they do marry in the manga though. Keiko, that was it. And it's such an old-fashioned Japanese girl name, by the way.
You know what I find funny is that I'm blaming Dragon Ball for this, but because of Dragon Ball, it feels like we're into that era of manga where authors realized that if a franchise gets too big, or like the way not in terms of like popularity, but in terms of like storytelling, where here's the thing, I feel like Dragon Ball's power system was always simple, like it's very simple to understand. It's just like, oh, if you have ki, you can do a lot of shit with it. That's it. But
the manga is getting shorter. Demon Slayer's manga already ended, and apparently, main character of that was actually really grounded toward the end.
yeah, that's why I said we learn a lot of things from Dragon Ball, good and bad lessons. Good in terms of like power scaling, because then we realize, wait a minute, if enemies get too strong, remember protagonists, there's going to have to be too many plot armor excuses for the character to get stronger. Look at Bleach, for example.
I was gonna say, you might want to go tell that to Bleach. You're part Quincy, you're part Demon, you're part Soul Reaper. It's like,
Yeah.
what am I not part of?
Yeah,
You're a Hollow. What else am I?
That's one of the lessons with Bleach. That's one of the lessons we learned from Dragon Ball. If you're gonna power scale, make the power scale actually explainable. Don't just
Listen, guys, I like Naruto with swords, but you know,
like. It's why
Bleach is just
Naruto.
Naruto with swords.
It's why like Naruto after the Pain arc kind of lost me for a bit because of the fact that like
You agree with me there? Naruto after the Pain arc was so bad.
no, not bad. It's just
So
like
bad.
a lot of not bad, but just a lot of plot conveniences. It's
Well,
like
here's the thing. After the Pain arc, every character essentially realized their ambition. Naruto got notoriety. Sasuke killed his brother. It feels like the story just needed to go on with a bunch of bullshit that didn't really need to happen.
yeah, but then again, if he didn't do that, we wouldn't have gotten Madara, which is one of my favorite villains.
Not Madara. He was literally just
Oh, there's no need for formalities, Reina.
Madara was a menace. What are you talking about?
Yes.
okay, but Madara was just like, I'm a great peace by I'm a stop war by causing more wars. That was literally his ambition. It was the stupidest bullshit ever.
No, he wanted to start a war in order like to prove not how do I say it. He wanted to start a war in order.
What?
You know
He
the
essentially
infinite.
did the Pokemon Black and White thing.
You
of,
wanna
I'm
know
gonna
the-
liberate Pokemon
He wanted to
battles by
use the
making
infinite-
Pokemon battle.
He wanted to use the infinite Tsukuyomi to basically just get everyone in a perfect world in their head, therefore creating peace because everyone's got the world that they want.
Yes, and you know how he did that? With a war, the thing he wanted to stop.
Here's the thing, that wasn't he didn't start that war.
Hypocritical
Here's the thing,
asshole.
Madara wasn't the one that started the war. It was Toby
Yes, it
that
was.
started the war.
No. There's literally, I mean, yeah, it was Toei that started it, but it was their plan.
Oh god. But Obito started it, but for a different reason. He started it because he
I mean,
was just
to
in a
be
real.
fair, I know
Obito
that
was just
whole
a real.
arc was one person's controlling another person who's controlling another person, and it turns out to be the fucking plant monster, which was something I wasn't expecting.
Oh yeah, no one fucking liked
But-
Kaguya. No one fucking liked Kaguya at all.
I love how it's just like it was Zenitsu the entire fucking time. No one was expecting that shit.
But, like, yeah.
Might as well Kisame pulling the strings at that point. Or Kasame.
Yeah, like the fourth grade ninja war arc when it was first starting, I genuinely liked it, but then after a while it went to
Well,
bullshit
yeah, a lot
power
of fights
scaling.
were good, but the ending was just like jumping the shark like a fucking madman.
Not only that, it's just like the fact that there were still some plot holes after the plane arc, because it's like, wait a minute, what about Sasuke? He's to save Sasuke, and he's like, but what about Obito? Because here's the thing. Little fun fact, you know about Storm 3, right?
Yes.
The ending of that game
Played the
is
shit out of that
the
game.
ending of that game is non-canon. That never happened. That's a game.
actually-
It's a game only ending, because at that
Dude,
point
so
the
many people were mad to spoil the manga at that point because it reviewed who Madara was.
Yeah, because of the fact that the manga wasn't even done with that part yet. And it took them like what, 4 years for them to finally finish the fucking manga and then release in 2016?
Also, they gaslit the entire everybody playing at the beginning by making Naruto's mom talk, and you think she's talking about Minato, but she's actually talking about Naruto the entire time. Like, that's pretty funny.
Well, also
This is
kind
a
of
story about a hero that I love, and you think she's talking about Minato the entire time. Nope.
I thought it was obvious.
It is obvious, but I bet you some people that aren't familiar with Naruto got hella gaslit.
Oh, 100%. They got hella fucking gaslit.
People and monsters are fighting a pitch.
Because I wouldn't doubt there were some people that just saw that on the used game shelf. Was like, yeah, I've heard of Naruto before. Then didn't know what the fuck was happening.
Speaking of Naruto, what do you think of Storm Connections?
So I did that with Dragon Ball Budokai back in the day.
Do you know about Storm?
I haven't.
Oh, but
I haven't played it, but I heard it wasn't as good as just playing the original 3 games because it cuts a lot of.
no. Want to know what it does? It does some weird time traveling bullshit.
Why?
Or at least it does like really weird stuff. Like for example, they made Naruto evil
Oh, is
for
it
some.
like Xenoverse when it's like where it's like you're viewing everything from the scope of your own custom
No,
character or
it's
something?
they made Boruto the main character for the game.
Ew! Excuse me, let me vomit.
Because Storm Connections was like Storm 5. That's what people. And here's the thing: people wanted Storm 5. Well,
Wait,
are you
so
happy?
is he just viewing with everything that his father did?
I think I may be wrong, but from what I know, from the trailers, Naruto went evil. I got spoiled for the ending where it was some god controlling everything, and out of through sheer plot armor,
Wait, so
Boruto
did we
beat him.
just literally repeat the Kakashi movie, which was the worst Naruto movie to ever Naruto movie?
I don't know, dude.
To sum up the current situation,
But like, you watch a
You
trailer.
never saw Will of Fire? It is the worst Naruto movie ever.
Watch a story trailer for the game. That's from what I know.
I mean, Kazuna wasn't great,
I see.
but Will of Fire was fucking awful.
We decided to enlist the help of any willing adventurers in
Yeah.
Like Shippuden movie 1 was good. Shippuden movie 2 was
Explains all the
okay.
adventurers we saw in town.
3, as I just said, was fucking terrible. The only part of 4 I remember was the end fight with Naruto and Minato. 5 was amazing. 5 was just as good as 1. 6 I never saw, and 7 was just jumping the shark with aliens.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately.
It
And
got
Road to Boruto I never saw either.
Yeah, it got really fucking wild, and it got so annoying after a bit. Like, here's the thing, like Madara, I think everyone liked Madara mostly for the most part. It's Kaguya no one liked. That's the problem, because Kaguya was not even built up at all. She just showed up.
Well, yeah, it's just like. By the way, even I was like, what the fuck? It's like here's this mega villain that's been pulling all the strings this entire time that we were never gonna mention, not even once. It's like, but why though?
And here's the problem. You want to know why? Because Musashi realized that, oh shit, I made Madara too strong, and basically bullshitted Kaguya into existence.
Yeah, no, the end of Naruto is shark jumping to an extreme degree, and that's why I don't like it. It had what I like to call the shonen. What's that word? Overscoping problem, where a shonen's been going on for so long, you expect an epic ass ending, and it's made too shark jumpy and epic for it to be any good.
Yeah, it's good. It's the Dragon Ball problem. It's going on for so long that literally it took Naruto pulled a DBZ by literally having two different story arcs. One
Do you
for
know how old I was when Naruto first started airing?
10, 9, 8.
I was 11. That's how long Naruto was going on for.
I was barely a year old.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not joking. Like, how do I say it? At that time, I was watching, when I was like 4 or 5, I was watching Bleach with my cousin.
Cable still existed.
Yeah, I feel like people like to say like the big 3 is amazing. Here's the thing, only 1 out of the 3 actually have a story arc planned for every arc. Bleach and Naruto had to bullshit the power scaling. One Piece is still like similar,
Please,
where
take
it's
it.
like,
It's
Eh,
a
I
perfectly
feel
fitting
like
payment
Bleach
for
kept a
helping
good
us
story
root
the
out
whole way
cause
through.
of this
yeah, it had a
cataclysm.
Like, I don't
story
have
all
any
the way.
complaints about any of the Bleach arcs.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Your
there,
Majesty.
it has a good story. It's just the fact that
If you're
there's too
traveling
many
to the
bullshit
LP,
plot armor
the
sequences
interim
for
transport ship
Ichigo.
departing from Kurdic would be best.
So we've been in anime talk for so
appreciate
long.
your
I haven't been
generous
paying
support,
attention
Your
to any of the
Majesty.
story. What's happening?
Essentially, we need a permit to go to a kingdom, but thing is, we have to go talk to the king first. This guy, and so
We
we're-
somehow turned this into a.
I hardly even
I
opened
mean,
my mouth.
So we've been talking nerd stuff for 45 minutes, so we
It's not
technically
just
met our
you.
nerd talk quota for
Even
the
I
week.
felt like I had
Yeah.
butterflies in my stomach.
Speaking of anime, I've been watching Girls Last Tour, which is pretty good.
I've been reading a manga called Get This Manga. Guess what it's called? Try not to laugh.
I mean, you tell me the manga that you read, and some of it makes me question your sanity.
You want to know? You want to know the one I've been reading?
What?
Slave of the Magic Capital's Elite Troops. That's the title.
Do you just like camp out in the seinen section of your manga store?
Here's the thing. It's not even seinen. It's shonen, and it's not even that dark.
I mean,
Here's the thing.
at least you're not reading.
Here's the thing. I thought it was gonna be dark because here's the thing. That manga was made by the Akame ga Kill author.
I mean, at least you're not reading Dick Fight Island,
What the
which
fuck?
has a physical print.
What the hell are you talking about, lady? You
There was a
practically
Barnes
stole
and
it from
Noble
me.
that mistaked it for an actual seinen, even though it's a hentai, and accidentally put it on the shelf.
And here's the thing. It was just like I was like really bored one day, and I was just like looking for manga to read.
Exactly when
And
did
I'm
I
like, oh,
partake
what's
in
this?
something anywhere
And
near
I saw
close
because I
to
found that there was like a
stealing?
manga recap on YouTube, and I was like watching the recaps, and from the recap it actually interested me because it's like, oh, I actually go read it for myself then. It started off as like a generic harem, but then over time it actually gets interesting because it introduces like main villains and all that shit that are actually
We're
interesting.
talking about the one you were reading, right? Not Dick Fight Island.
Yeah. And what ended up
Oh,
happening,
thank God! I thought you were talking about Dick Fight Island for a minute. I'm like,
because
what?
at first it started off as like a harem manga, but then once you read farther in, would you look at that? These characters actually have a personality and a story to tell about their pasts.
Dude, harem. The only thing harem anime exists for is to sell merchandise. It's the ultimate will they won't they story, and they never will,
And here's the thing.
unless the show runs out of money.
Yeah. Only thing is like it's still a harem manga, so what ends up happening is that there's these groups called units where they fight these things called shuki, which are like monsters from another dimension, and the units live in that dimension to fight them off. But they can still go back to the human world to like get like food and all that shit, or like to go to
Reminds me
school.
of Darling in the Franxx, but I think that was an original.
Yeah.
That's no way to speak to a lady, you know.
Yeah, don't talk to a lady like that, you bitch.
Be a
And
little more civilized here, all right?
if I remember correctly, what ended up happening is that the main character gets involved gets absorbed into the other world, which is called, I think, I don't know, I don't remember, and essentially has to and basically gets saved by one of the units there. You want to know how though?
How?
She said, "If you want to survive, become my slave," and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Of course.
And you want to know
I
how?
wasn't kidding about the slave bit.
And you want to know how they made the contract?
Let me guess, did they bang?
No, the main character had to kiss her finger.
Wow, that is the most Himi Dairy like shit I've ever heard from a manga.
No, literally kiss her finger.
Wow.
Not kiss her wrist. Not like shake hands. No, kiss her finger.
Oh my god. The shit you find in the manga section amazes me every day.
And then what happens? He turns into like this badass monster that, not gonna lie, his design looks sick.
If I
You
recall correctly,
you probably like. I can never pronounce the name of it. It was like this like Norse sounding name. It's about like a dude. It's about like a girl has to go into this like one dude who can turn into like its doll monster thing. You know, like it has a bunch of themes of like BDSM and all this crap. It's really good. Your
Oh.
manga or something.
if you want to pick a fight, you'd best choose your opponents more carefully.
Not that I'm particularly enthralled with getting in a fight over something I didn't do.
You just casted that fireball.
You're gonna pay for this!
That is the magic that they call, and that is called semiomancy, which is the Star Ocean version of magic.
Hopefully that taught him something. I must thank you, my boy. You were quite the courageous one.
Not gonna lie, the art, oh god, the art is so good in this game. I keep forgetting how good it is.
How the fuck does that dress stand her tits? My god.
They're not as big as they look.
Your bravery has struck
Well,
a
she's
chord
definitely not
inside
wearing a
me.
bra.
Truly brilliant.
It's fantasy. What do you expect? But yeah,
Common
essentially,
human
and
decency.
like I said, it starts off like it's a generic harem, but then like I said, it actually gets interesting, because then it gets involved in an arc where one of the main characters has to do a tournament for her family, because her family has to decide who's gonna be the next head of her clan, and the problem is that character is sort of seen as like the runt of the family, so and the thing is, she says it herself, she hates her family, so she doesn't really like to deal with them, but she sort of has no choice. It's a family affair, and she wants to prove herself.
So an hour in, you want to switch to... Oh, sorry.
And she essentially ends up, how do I say it?
By the way, are you the couple who
How do I say it? She fights her sisters. One of her sisters is straight up psychotic, and the other is just a bitch. I'm not joking. The bitch one, she's a straight up time traveler.
Of course she is.
She basically, what she does is that she has to move her hands in a way where they resemble clock hands, and depending on how she orientates them, decides if she goes past in the past 5 seconds or the past 10 seconds, because she has a limit to how far back she can go. But the thing is,
Stand up real
her
quick.
her sister knows it. The main character's sister, knows it. So she does that and tries to bait her out, because she can tell when she's used her power. And it's like, wait a minute, how does she know? Like, how does she know how to use that? And then all of a sudden she realized, oh, she time traveled. I gotta change my strategy. Did I forget to mention she can also stop
Oh
time?
my god.
Why'd you find it?
No, but I found something really interesting. So I thought Dick Fight Island was a hentai manga. Turns out
you
that it's
realize that
actually a
was us?
josei that's run by Viz Media.
I wondered what made that pair
What?
so special. I
So if
sneaked
you
into the
wanted
throne
to,
room
you could
find
literally
out
go into
for
Barnes &
myself.
Noble and buy a copy. That's impressive.
Oh god, why?
That's impressive.
I have some information that I believe you will appreciate.
But yeah, like the story gets genuinely interesting later
Without
on,
going into
because
too many details,
it
I
also-
just happened to get my hands on
but
this
it's
map
also
on an auction
kind
that I
of
attended
predictable
not long
because of
ago.
the fact that the next story arc involved the main character's sister, who was apparently missing for 5 years. And then, like, all of a sudden, this strange Shuki that's humanoid shows up and recognizes him. And it's like, oh, why does she recognize him? How does she know him? And it's pretty fucking obvious.
Can I read the plot of this real quick?
Of Dick Fight Island, or the manga I'm talking about?
Of Dick Fight Island.
Oh god.
Dick Fight Island is set in
Supposedly, this map
Pulau
shows the way to
Young
an ancient
Yunda,
treasure
a
hidden inside
fictional
the
archipelago
secret
made up
cave.
of 8 islands that was not discovered by the outside world until the end of the 20th century. The king of the archipelago is decided in a contest held every 4 years called the Great Worm Tournament, with each of the 8 clans that make up people from the archipelago sending out their own champion. Champions face each other in a series of one-on-one fights, the winner being the person who can make the other orgasm first. Thus, the champions go into fights with armor that was designed for their manhood, growing larger and more elaborate by the year. However, in keeping with the local custom, the men wear clothes displaying the buttocks. This being considered a proud statement of manliness. The story's central character is Haruto, a member of the Jewel Tribe. He's been studying abroad for 4 years and has returned to take part in the tournament. Haruto has learned a secret trick that he hopes will allow him to win the tournament. Meanwhile, Haruto's boyfriend, Matthew, falls into Pool, whatever the fuck the island's name is, jealous of the fact that Haruto is being touched by other men. The second volume explores the events following the Great Worm Tournament and the relationship that blossomed as a result of the tournament's events.
So it's part yaoi, part hentai, part eroge, part tournament. What the fuck did you just say to me?
In part, we have to read it and make fun of it on stream one day.
No.
Making a note of this.
Maybe next week, Nerd
Fine.
Talk.
I will then.
Yeah, maybe next week on Nerd Talk. Yeah, maybe.
No, I'm not actually gonna read it. That's a bit too weird. I'm not gonna go in the Barnes and Noble and be like, "You guys have Dick Fight Island?"
You're like, oh, Dick Fight Island? Yeah, we rented it out for the past week, and it just came back right now.
I just go to my local library. You guys have Dick Fight Island? Nah, libraries aren't allowed to carry 18+ content, which is stupid because you can buy erotic mangas. You can buy erotic books from a library, but not comic books. It's really dumb.
Yeah, it's really dumb, but it's also the fact that Barnes and Noble has something called Dick Fight Island. What the
Wait,
fuck?
can I buy that off their
Would you
website?
be interested
Hang
in
on.
joining me as I
I might
explore
actually
the
go buy
cave?
Violin 1.
That'll be
We
fucking
really don't
hilarious.
have time to go treasure hunting right
And
now.
my poor search history.
Oh? Are you sure? You might uncover a hint or two related to your own goal. Well, would you like to come along?
Yes, because we can get a mage out of her.
An ancient treasure. Maybe it'll provide me with some leads.
Searching all departments. You best search all the
Sounds like fun. I'll take the offer.
Again!
I knew you'd come around.
I could totally buy this off Amazon
My name is
or off
Celine Jules. I'm a treasure
BarnesandNoble.com.
hunting enthusiast.
I hate the fact that Barnes and Noble
Now then,
allows it.
Let me show you the map one more time.
I mean, they allow Gans, which has rape in its first chapter.
See this? First, we'll set off for the Cross Cave, which lies east of
Product
Cross.
rating PG-13.
How the
Are you
fuck?
sure about
You mean
that?
that natural cave?
How the
Everyone
fuck?
knows that place.
Indeed,
Have you ever
it's the
seen the
very
covers
one.
for this as well? It's
No.
absolutely amazing.
No, let me see this. Hold on. Let me see
I
this.
would've thought
Hang
that
on, I'm gonna
anything
copy
worth
this in the stream
excavating
Discord.
in
I
there
want to
was
see your
long gone
reaction
by
to this
now.
shit.
Alright, let me see this shit. How
Well,
how
supposedly,
fucked
the
up is
hang on.
this?
recently came to light for the first time.
Wow.
Pretty fucked.
Right.
Again,
Let's
this
make
is the
sure
real
we have all
manga
the
you can buy
equipment
off
we need
Barnes
before
and
we
Noble.
depart.
I wish I was
I
shitting
could
you
get
right now.
used to having you two around.
What
Have
the
you
fuck is
I'm
that?
not feeling very good about
What the fuck? What is
Did
that?
you say something?
What the fuck is that?
Me?
A dick sword, apparently.
Let's go.
How the fuck? What the fuck, bro?
I want to know how
What
you sleep in that
the
shit.
fuck? How do you even sleep?
Endurance.
I call bullshit. So much bullshit, dude.
I'm not kidding. You can literally buy us at Barnes and Noble.
Oh god.
We're gonna have to call this like half and half. Half nerd talk, half whatever the fuck we're playing. I don't know. Star Ocean 2.
Yeah.
Alright, now then, that's enough fucking around. Let's focus.
That shit sounds way too fucking stupid.
It is stupid, and I
it-
might read it just to talk about in the next nerd talk.
It doesn't sound real, like at all. It sounds like a really fucked up dojin.
Dude, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was just like a hentai or something. No, it's something you can literally buy in Barnes and Noble.
I fucking hate that. Why does it exist?
Because girls are horny as fuck for boy love.
BL? Oh god. Oh,
Yes! Yes, they are! It's just like we're horny as hell for Yuri porn, but we don't say it.
Yeah, but they're more open about it.
I don't think of it if I ever... I'll think of it for another time.
By the way, I already seen this route on my own profile, so I'm gonna join in. I'm gonna see what happens if I join in.
Is that why we've been talking over it for like the last hour?
No, basically what ends up happening is that Celine is questioning Claude's leadership and feels like he isn't worthy of it, and Rena is trying to prove it that he's actually like worth being a leader. And then Claude ends up feeling bad after a bit.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I want to drown in Celine's boobs. Those are some massive honkers. They're she's 18, right?
She's 23.
Good.
I think I got the ages. Rena's 17, Claude's 19, and Selena's 23.
I mean, in a fantasy setting, 17 and 19 is not that far off. Obviously not in real life. Like in real life, that's a no-no, but in a fantasy setting, eh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, from actual historical statistics, women did not get married young like we thought they did. They actually got married at the same age as we do now, like 20, 24-ish.
Oh.
Which is kind of interesting.
Makes sense.
Like, we thought women got married at, like, 15, 16 back then, but no, that's not the case.
I wonder how her art looks. Not changing her name. That's her old art, and that's her 90s art.
So you have the PSP, the 90s, and then the modern art?
Modern, PSP, the 90s. Yeah.
Also, I love how they grew her breasts in her modern art for some reason.
Modern, PSP, 90s.
Dude, I don't know about you, but whoever drew this art has a breast fetish, because the new art has, like, everyone has bigger breasts for some reason.
I like how that's your first response.
It is, though.
Alright.
Hang on, my black cats are fighting. Stop it. I gotta get a picture of that. You two look so stupid right now. So my one cat is on my leg, my one's on my desk, and they're like having a stare down with each other. You there, man?
Yeah.
Oops. Come here, Quirk. I don't need you fighting.
Let's see. Level that up. Level that up.
Black cats have like fur like silk, I swear. She likes silk. Hello? Oh, you really got zoomies tonight.
Who got the zoomies?
My black cat, he's like nipping me all over the place tonight. What are you doing?
He's tasting your flesh.
Yeah, he'll probably eat me one of these days.
Actually does end up eating you, and it's like, oh, it's GG's, I guess.
Whatever. I mean, to be fair, if it was ever an apocalypse situation, I died and the cat survived, I prefer they eat my corpse so they can stay alive a bit longer.
Well, at least we know you care about your cats.
Yeah.
I do the opposite.
You do the opposite. You're terrible. You're like my dad. He always used to make jokes about barbecuing the dogs.
Hey, I'm tame compared to the rest of my family. My uncle would literally say, "Dude, just feed the cats to the dogs. Your dogs are starving anyways."
Jesus.
Yeah, my uncle doesn't like cats.
I can tell.
Yeah, the reason why is because he has some at his house. And he hates them because they're always eating out his trash.
That's like raccoons in our neighborhood. I always hear them like 5 in the morning. Bastard.
We don't have raccoons over here. I wish we had raccoons.
So there's this weird trend on TikTok lately about people just hating on fat squirrels.
On squirrels?
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't get it either. Like, people just literally just making hate videos are fucking fat shaming squirrels. I'm like, why? Squirrels are awesome. Don't fat shame them.
I get the meme though. I remember you ever seen that meme of like a bunch of military guys seeing a roach on the floor and they're like saying, "Don't," like it's like and it's like, stop resisting, don't move, motherfucker. And it's just a bunch of military
Really
dudes
funny.
posting a gun at a roach.
Dude, the military can do some funny shit when they're bored. Have you ever seen that one of the, I forget what it's some military in the Middle East. Or it's the Indian military. They were super bored, so they did a reenactment of the Death Star of the Emperor's arrival from episode 6. So funny.
I think one of my favorite version of the meme I just told you is one where they're like in the ghetto and it's just a bunch of guys with like firearms pointing a gun at a lizard.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite jokes too. It's just like an innocent animal.
It's just
It's like a fucking squirrel minding something. It's just get down, motherfucker. Where are the nuts? So
I think
so stupid.
also, did I ever tell you the story how I killed a wasp with vegetable oil?
No, do tell.
I was bored one day and a wasp came into my house and then when they go outside to get some fresh air. A wasp came into my house. I freaked out for a bit and I saw it land in a bowl and I'm like, I got an idea. And I was like making fries earlier that day as well, so I set the oil out. I opened it up and just dumped that shit into the bowl.
Really?
I just dumped a shit ton of vegetable oil into the bowl, and I made a YouTube video out of it called "I banish thee to the oil dimension."
You banished into the shadow realm.
I banished thee to the oil realm.
So I was reading this meme. It was up like apartment rules, and it said, "Please do not go around carrying children's card games and threatening to banish people to the shadow realm." I want to know what apartment complex is this happening at.
And
I
where
want to go there.
You want to live there?
No. But listen, if how we judge another's worth is challenge them to a children's card game, I'm down. Oh, did you know that 90% of the Earth's trees are planted by squirrels because squirrels have short-term memory loss?
No, do tell.
So basically, most squirrels forget where the fuck they put their nuts, and that's why we have a bunch of trees everywhere.
Damn.
It's literally the reason for trees is because squirrels have short-term memory loss. Also, I have a pumpkin on my porch that's still good. This Mr. Pumpkin's still kicking. I think I'm gonna kill him tomorrow though, because it's almost December. Look at that thing, a leech. And what's the story of this game? You're just trying to get home or whatever?
That was easier than I thought. Whoa!
I leveled up. Holy shit!
Be right back, dude. I gotta get my sister out of the car, my mom's car, cause right now they're asleep. So be right back. Entertain chat.
Okay. Oh, tired tonight, chat. I'm going to bed early lately. But right now I have a cat on my lap, so I'm super chill about it. Cat is not feeling too good. She puked twice earlier today. Don't know what's with that. You're a good girl. Except when you puke on my stuff. Yeah, so I was playing Diablo 4 earlier. The cat that's on my lap projectile vomited all over me when I was playing it. I'm like, oh my god, really? Quite funny. Sure. Where's 23? Something?
Sorry about your cat, by the way.
What about my cat?
That it vomited.
Yeah, I think she ate too much. I was playing Diablo 4 this morning, and she jumps on me and vomits all over everything. I'm like, oh my god.
Why'd you vomit all over you? What happened?
I guess she just jumped on me for comfort. She wasn't feeling well. She just puked on everything.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It wasn't like a hairball puke either. It was like straight food. Like baby puke almost.
Ugh.
You're okay, bro. I cleaned it all. It's good.
Seems like a fight is
That's
going
good to
on,
know.
enemies.
Probably gonna need to get a new $5 mouse pad from Walmart though. Whatever.
I need to buy a mouse
Little
pad.
ramen
I need to buy a mouse pad. Because I've just been sticking to having it on my desk, and I'm afraid of breaking it.
You know anything with mouse pads? They don't really wash. You just have to buy new ones.
You don't wash them, you just buy new ones. That's it.
Yeah, when you try and wash them, they like get all like cracked and shit, and then they don't work right.
What about the ones that
I mean,
are
I'll
like,
scrub them down. I'll wipe them down and shit, but eventually you just need new ones. You know what I mean?
yeah, because they like get all stinky.
What I mean is they can't like machine wash them or anything. Cross cave. Anyway, I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. Entertain the chat.
Yeah, sure.
Hey chat, guess what? Shinigami's got a girlfriend. Have fun with that.
No, I don't have a girlfriend. I mean, I can tell you the story how I dumped someone, or at least shot someone off. Yeah, it was in middle school. I think I told the story. Right? Well, I'll tell it again for people that didn't know. When I was in middle school, I was friends with a girl who, how do I say it? She was weird, but like what ended up happening is that we ended up talking for a bit, and it was like some really weird shit. We didn't know what we were talking about, and because I was just like a really obnoxious middle schooler, but then again everyone was, and what ended up happening is that one day, when we were just sitting next to each other, we got bored, and she just asked me out, and it's like, hey, you want to go on, want to be my boyfriend? And I'm like, nah. And I just blatantly blew her off, and everyone was like, bro, what the hell? And it's like, hold on. back chat, and oh shit, someone already died. Shit. Oh shit. Where was I? Oh yeah. Give me that. Hello.
I'm back.
I had to go drop off my sister with my mom again because apparently she woke up from her nap, cried a bit, and wanted to go back with my mom.
How old is she anyway?
2017. 6 going 7.
Oh.
Oh, so I died. What the?
I've been nursing a 2-liter bottle of soda all day.
That's all you ate?
No. I mean, I've just been drinking it.
I chug it down like in less than 20 minutes.
I'm out of water bottles.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, they have shields you have to break before you can hit their HP.
Yeah, you have to break their shields. Well, this.
We better be more
Oh, so one of my allies is dead.
That sounds like a you problem.
She's at 1 HP. Okay.
Totally sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, pretty much. How many missions are there? Jesus Christ, there's a lot of missions.
This is a Christian server, you can't say that.
I don't give a fuck.
You also can't say that.
I don't care.
That comes to like Minecraft memes and shit back then.
Yeah, people really love Minecraft memes for some reason. I never liked them as a kid. And I was a Minecraft kid too. Or kind of. Actually, I wasn't even a Minecraft kid
I
at
played
all.
the friggin' beta.
I was never a Minecraft kid, actually.
Oh.
By the way,
I was in the Minecraft beta.
By the way, Bethesda has Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion on sale for like dirt cheap, but I want to buy it considering the fact you said it's a shit port.
It's a really bad PC port. Like, the console versions are so much better. The only thing that keeps that port standing is the fact that you can mod it.
And even then, it's not really good enough ground to stand on because the game is just trash in general in terms of like performance.
You take that back right now.
You said the
I'm
performance.
kidding.
You said performance fucking sucks.
I was kidding.
Well, no, it doesn't really matter now. And I got the entire Skyrim community after me now.
Oh, they don't even like Oblivion, the Skyrim community. I like Oblivion because I'm a fucking idiot, but you know.
From what I heard, Oblivion is actually good. It's just the fact that the way
Oh, it's amazing.
I like.
It's just old.
Really fucking old. Yeah. Also, believe it or not, Rena is a monk. Like in terms of like her class.
Really?
Yeah, you would think she's the mage in terms of like RPG tropes, but no. Her main weapons are brass knuckles.
I would say she's a hot monk, but again, 17.
And then the actual mage, well, You already know who she is.
Yeah, and I'd like to just snuggle them breasts, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, pretty much.
It reminds me of like Yu-Gi-Oh artwork with the watercolors.
Yeah. I think they got the artist for Star Ocean 6 to do the art for this game. Which is probably why it's super good, because Star Ocean 6's art is really good.
Isn't the gameplay absolute trash?
Star Ocean 6? Oh no, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's actually an improvement
Oh,
over
which one
this.
did you say was bad? Like when you
Star
said one of the modern ones is really bad.
Star Ocean 5. That game has basically no cutscenes. It treats cutscenes like Half-Life, essentially. Where there's no like...
Oh, so it tries to make them dynamic when they're not dynamic.
Yeah, they try to make the cutscenes like... There's no scripted cutscenes. Literally, the cutscenes are you're standing there. You can't move, but you just stand there while people are talking.
You know what I might want to play next Friday? Just for the sheer reason I like doing a playthrough of it every couple years.
What?
Portal 2.
I need to get Portal so we can both play through it, because I never played Portal.
Well, the story mode is what you want to play, and that's only single player.
Yeah.
A lot of great mods for Portal 2 now. I need to get into that.
Speaking of, there's a really good mod for it coming out. And it's basically like a prequel mod, and apparently it's like super good.
Oh, that's already out.
Oh,
It's the one where you're in the actual labs before the after science labs before they shut down.
Oh.
I need to play that mod.
Uh-oh,
Everyone wants Portal 3, but Valve, of course, doesn't know how to count to 3, as we know.
What the? Oh, no.
I can't lose yet.
Dude, I'll be like 90 by the time I see Portal 3.
Oh, God. These guys have a huge-ass shield.
The fact that we're getting GTA 6 before Half-Life 3 is amazing.
Because I think at this point, here's the thing, Valve doesn't even need to try anymore. That's the thing. They're so big now that it's like, we don't really need to make games anymore. We just need to publish them now. But they
They're
are...
essentially using fan mods to keep Half-Life alive.
They've always been doing that. Even in the 90s, they've always done that. Even in the 90s, they've always done that, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Ow! I'm getting jumped.
Jump them back and don't bitch about it.
I don't want to lose.
Yeah,
I don't want to lose, but I'm currently losing. This is a conundrum I must face alone. I need a hobby.
Me?
No, I do.
Well, I already got my hobby.
You know,
What's your hobby?
Besides stupid jokes.
Well, I got my hobby. What's your hobby?
Wishing I had an actual hobby.
Oh,
Not just video games.
well, I have art and I also read a lot, so you can do one of those. Well, technically you do art, but your art's kind of... How do I say
Not
this?
good, I know.
Yeah, I was trying I was trying to be nice.
Oh, dude, it's terrible. I've been looking up a lot of drawing tutorials lately on like how to draw like proper anime stuff, not like those shitty books, but actual tutorials.
Here's the thing. I've been drawing since middle school, so I've gotten time. It takes a hot minute. You can get really good at it when you're very starting, or it would take you literally years just to get decent.
One thing I love drawing is eyes, because you can be like really creative with eyes.
Yeah, here's the problem. You're gonna have to at some point start learning how to draw hands. And
Hands are a pain in the ass.
No friend that I have ever enjoys drawing hands. That's all I'll say.
Oh, no one does. We just pretend that that hands don't exist and then it goes away.
Yeah, what we do to basically hide it is either put on really big gloves, like for example boxing gloves, put them behind their back, or just outright not have them in the panel.
See, and I like Hey, one of my favorite poses that I love seeing in anime is the thing where, like, you have your hand out and then you put it to the side, or like holding a weapon, which drawing people holding weapons, I discovered, it's not hard.
Yeah, it's
If you
not.
have the proportions of the.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's just like holding something is not hard. It's when you're trying to do just a hand by itself, because there's a lot of detail you gotta do.
Even professionals make mistakes. Like, there's a lot of early Yu-Gi-Oh! Going back to that, of where Kyla's drawn, where a lot of characters are drawn like very off model.
Fate's Day Knight does that too, remember?
There's this one famous scene with Kaiba where he looks like he breaks his fucking hand.
Oh god.
Ow, my hand! I think it's broken. That was so funny.
Did I just stun lock?
I think you did.
Anybody hurt?
Could have gone better.
How did I stun lock? I got a lot of money and I need to use that money.
Go use that money, boy.
Speaking of, Red Dead's on sale right now.
That's pretty neat.
I like how it took so much backlash for them to finally patch the game to be in 4K 60, because it was only in 4K 30, and they had to release a patch because of all the backlash to make it 4K 60 on PS5.
Which Red Dead?
Red Dead 1. They didn't even bother doing an Xbox port because they figured the game was already on Xbox.
That was easier than I thought. Too weak.
Very nice.
And they only ported it to PC, which is the shitty PC port. Well, it's not a bad PC port, but at the same time, it's very clear Rockstar does not give a shit about their old library.
Oh, they do not, considering the shitty ports that we've gotten.
Yeah, they do not give a shit about their library. It's just a common fact.
Be careful.
Seems like a fight is. We better be careful. Sorry.
But yeah, it's
Fire Splash!
Thanks for that.
also in terms of combat, Star Ocean 6. The reason I say it's better is because of the fact for the longest time they stuck with like the like a long range, short range system where it's like some attacks will do different things depending on how far away we are from the enemy. But then Star
Right.
Ocean 6 looked at that and realized, you know what? Let's just make it an actual action RPG. And so what they did was that for like square, triangle, circle, X, Y, and B, if you're on Xbox, what that allows you to do is it allows you to make your own combo strings. So essentially what I did was like square would be all my light attack skills, aka skills I can cancel out of easily. Triangle would be like for my heavy attacks, and then circle would be for my my special attacks, like all the heavy hitter moves.
Oh, I see.
And it is a good system in my opinion, because not only that, the game has a sort of sneak attack system going on where like if you press R1, you essentially launch yourself like a fucking homing missile and just smack the enemy in the face so goddamn hard, and I laugh every time I do it. Because you'll just see a bunch of enemies on screen like minding their own business, and you just show up like a fucking missile.
That's pretty nuts.
It also helps that the story is actually good, because the 4th and 5th game story was... They're stories. At least the 4th game had really good gameplay going for it.
There's stories that exist.
You can read them. I should have bought armor while I was here. Why didn't I buy armor?
Yes, you didn't.
Okay, come back soon. Yes, equip that. And yes, equip that. And I got some bonus money. Alright, so I'm gonna go buy some potions. Oh, we're at the hour 30 mark, so we can change games. So I'll just buy the potions and then switch games.
What you want to play?
Well, like I said, I recently bought Fallout. Or we can go.
I mean, I kind of want to throw on some Diablo 4.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. What games? Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Let me check my phone real quick because my PS library is there. Let me check. Hold on. Let me check my PS library. Not on PlayStation because I don't want to make the mistake of doxing myself like the many times I've done.
Oh, I've seen you do that.
Plenty of times. Let's see, what's a game in my library that I want to play today? What about Lies of P?
That sounds good.
Yeah. Not only that, it's really popular now, so we can try that one out. With me. So I've been wanting to stream it. I've been playing it on my own time, but I also want to stream it at some point. So, get off of that. I'm gonna change scenes real quick. Tell me if the stream turns into black on the Twitch.
Okay.
You on the Twitch? Alright,
1 second.
Tell me if it's black. Is it black?
Yes.
Alright, time to switch games. See, and now I know how to properly censor.
We never changed the thing. It still says class of 09.
No. Oh, no. Fuck. I should have pressed done. I'm a fucking moron. I keep forgetting you gotta press done. I thought it just does it on its own when you start. For like when you're doing the stream information.
No, you have to press done.
Fuck! Hold on, I'm gonna check something real quick. Does Lies of P have multiple saves?
You have Them's Fighting Herds as well. I was on a PC. Them's Fighting Herds!
It's a good one.
Oh, it is.
It's a goodie, I love it.
Not confirmed nor denied.
Oh, I heard something. Be right back. I'll switch to the game back. I'll switch back to the game.
Can you start a fresh game, Eliza P?
Yeah, you can.
I'd like to see the story.
Yeah, sure. Hold on.
Or as I like to call Liza P, Liza Penis. Anyway, chat, I'll be right back. Gotta go put something back in the fridge.
Hey, you back, dude? Oh, nice. There is multiple saves.
Can you hear me? Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
I'll be right back, chat.
I'm gonna be in the bathroom, man. I'm back.
Hello?
Hold on, dude. Be right back.
Rolls Royce, what do you make, buddy? We make things that go vroom.
Thank you so much, Rachel, for purchase.
Would you date me if I was an avatar? On Mass Effect Day, November 7th, BioWare announced an interesting new product, the Mass Effect Deluxe N7 dog collar and leash set. And the comments went,
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Oh, did we start a new game?
Yeah. It sucks we can't do two categories on Switch. Do I switch to category?
I don't think you can do that.
No, you can, I think.
Also, was there a main cutscene that I missed that was important?
No, just the blue butterfly from Persona showing up and reviving the puppet that I'm playing as.
Oh, right. It has that, like, seamless intro thing. The PS5 is so good at doing that, hardware-wise.
Yeah, also I'm eating pizza.
Also, one thing I gotta give Diablo 4 credit for as well is there's no loading screens. Graphics aren't great, but I will give it. I'd rather have crappy looking graphics and no loading screens than have loading screens.
Here's the thing, bro. When I got my pizza, my sister said the funniest shit ever.
Really?
Because my mom ordered 2 pizzas, like a regular stuffed crust, another one. That other one was a chicken wing pizza that had ranch on it, with fries.
That is such a southern thing.
And my mom, I started laughing my ass off. And then my sister looked at the pizza and was like, "What did mom order?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And she said, and you want to know what she said?
What?
She said, "That's some white people food right there."
White people food? I wouldn't even eat that.
Oh god, it was glorious.
I wouldn't even eat that, and I'm white. Anyway, so tell her that actually. Next time you see her, don't say it rudely, of course.
Yeah. I'm gonna do.
Oh, you can pick. You can pick. Is that classes?
Not exactly.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of
Bloodborne.
Someone really good one for PS4 that I really should. I literally have it downloaded and I haven't played it. Fucking Bloodborne.
I can help you play through it, dude.
Nah, I'd rather play that on my own. I just want to do it. You know what sucks? I want to use the cane sword. Everyone's like, oh, no, use the cane sword. It sucks. I'm like, it's my playthrough. I'll do what I want. Like, the cane sword is my favorite, like, type of medieval weapon from that period. I literally have one.
Ah.
Albeit it's not an authentic one, because those are really, really rare. And replicas are really, really expensive. Now, is that oil or blood?
Oil.
Let's say it's hard to
Oh
tell.
my god. Look at the guy. He's covered in it.
Damn. Yeah, so... Yeah, I love cane swords. I love, like, the idea... I like the historical facts behind them. How, like, you couldn't really carry swords in public anymore. So people just concealed them with, like, canes and shit.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's also cool.
Oh, yeah, it's cool. Except mine broke and I'm mad. I paid, like, $60 for it and it broke.
Also, this game, there are absolute criticisms for it. It feels like it tries to be Bloodborne and Sekiro. Because it has Sekiro's parrying, but Bloodborne's fast-paced combat. Here's the problem.
Does it not try and do its own thing, though?
Well, kind of. What it tries to do is it tries to make it tries to put a heavy emphasis on parrying, but the problem is it has the Bloodborne DNA, all of the stamina system and all that. And the thing is,
I feel like the only...
parrying still uses up stamina. So that means and not only that, enemies have super long combo strings. And what ends up happening is that the enemies with really long combo strings will just break your stamina, stunning you, allowing them to get a free hit in if you're not fast.
Do I need the death counter up for this? Oh wait,
Yep.
that'd be on your end.
It's a Souls-like.
I should really teach you how to make one of those.
Also, this game has a bad habit of putting enemies behind corners.
Are you able to pull it up on your computer even though it's on mine?
Well, you can send me the picture. I just need to figure out how to do it on OBS because you did it on Streamlabs.
Oh, it's the same method. You're gonna use this program called... It's actually really easy. Use a program called DCSB, and you basically make a text file, and just type anything in that text, and then just leave the text file blank. Or you make a text file, name the text file, leave it blank. Then you open up rich text document, and then I think you do a thing through OBS where it's like text.gdi. Or no, wait, no, you have to use it. You have to look up the video for it. It's kind of complicated.
Yeah, it sounds like it is. You know what's funny?
Or no, what you do is you do.
You know what's
you do,
also
like, the
find it
text
really
thing, and then
funny
you
is
use
that
you're
supposed
CBSC to do it.
You know what I find really funny is in this game you're supposed to be a puppet, which is artificial being, but for some reason you have stamina. I'm like, why do you have stamina?
I mean, it could be that your joints get worn if you use them too much.
Then that would be a durability system then.
It's a Souls-like. What do you expect? It'd make more sense for it to be like an oil bar or something.
No, I feel like, how do I say it? Like I said, this game tries to be Bloodborne and Sekiro. What I feel like they should have done was appealed more to Sekiro, a la, because the game heavily emphasizes parrying. So what they should have done is kept the stamina, but don't make parrying tied to the stamina bar.
Also, we're totally have to call the YouTube VOD Becoming a Real Boy in Anime. Becoming a Real Boy by talking about anime.
But I think the reason they did it because of the fact you can break enemies' weapons.
What are we calling the YouTube VOD?
I don't know.
Because half the time we're talking about anime and then we're playing this. I guess we can still call it Becoming a Real Boy by talking about anime.
Yep.
So I love how they're trying to do a class of 09 anime. They're not going to succeed.
Here's the thing. The guy already made a Kickstarter. He's just trying to wait to see how far people want it. And the thing is, with the spike of the game, like the game just spiking in popularity, guarantee they're gonna want to see an anime. Because this year the game ended up getting a huge spike with the re-up, so
It will be the most controversial anime to ever exist, considering its fucking subject matter, and that
Not
they
only-
do the school shooting thing.
yeah. Here's the thing, it's an anime but based off the American high school, which oh boy.
Also, sorry, YouTube. I meant to say Pune Pune. Sorry, YouTube. Don't. Every time you say shooting,
Here's the thing.
Susan
Here's
comes
the
to your
thing.
house and tries to stab you.
Here's the thing. With Class of 09, I think YouTube will let you get away with it. Because of the fact everyone's been posting videos about it. And YouTube, from what I know, does not care. Because it's not the YouTuber saying it, it's the game saying it, from what I've heard. But I may be
Also,
wrong, too.
Regarding that subject, I was always terrified during lockdown drills because I was always with the kids who wouldn't shut the fuck up and would have got us killed. Like, you know, the kids that just wouldn't shut up and take the lockdown drill as a joke?
Oh, those ones. Oh, God.
Or like the really special ed kids that didn't know how to be quiet and didn't know what the fuck was happening.
Oh. Speaking of special ed, I found a really funny video of, like, apparently there was this guy, he had downs, but thing is, he did not act like he had downs. Doesn't act like you, but he acted like actually more normal, not to be rude.
Right.
As we are.
Is that GeForce Overlay your thing or my thing saying that?
But if I let my
It's the
power
game.
just start for a moment,
I was gonna say, is it really making me do it for this?
Or, yeah, but where was I? Because my mom was getting the pizza I was supposed to be eating. But, how'd I say it? Like, but yeah, people can get away with it. Well, wait, where was I again? Where was I?
We were talking about the Class of 09 anime.
Yeah, it's popular enough that basically 2023 helped basically bring the game into the limelight, and the devs saw that and is like, huh, I can use this. And what ended up happening is that he's like, hey, if you guys want to see an actual anime, you can support my Kickstarter and my team can make a full-on pilot.
It would make more sense to make it a cartoon, kind of like Hazbin Hotel, because I feel like more people would recognize that, and it would be less controversial that way.
No, it being anime has more charm. If it was just another cartoon, it would be just in that reign of Family Guy, and people
It would essentially be
ignore it.
anime making fun of itself with the anime kid.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if it was like a regular cartoon, it would be just another adult comedy. That's what it would be. But
I mean, American-made anime-style stuff is often really good. I mean, look at stuff like Code Lyoko and
no,
Avatar,
but
for
like,
instance.
no, that's not what I mean. If it was, because how do I say? If they changed from regular cartoon style, it would just look generic. So, it being the way it is just makes a lot of sense, considering that's the whole charm of it. It's also the fact that it's just, like, ironic, because with anime, it's sort of, like, meant to be seen as, like, oh, happy-go-lucky. But the thing is, they're using that medium to make it feel like, oh, wait a minute, these are actual teenagers. Never mind, these guys suck.
This isn't moe at all, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's the point of it. That's the funny part, which, by the way, fun
The
fact.
whole point of moe is cute girls doing cute things, and the fact that these girls are designed to be moe-esque is kind of the funny charm.
Yeah, it's the funny charm, because it's like, you would expect them to be like, oh, cute, happy-go-lucky, but no, these people are terrible. Especially Nicole. Nicole is a horrible person.
It's kind of hard doing a story like that, 'cause you'd have to, like, do, like, all endings somehow.
Let's hope
Or
they...
write stories so certain things happen.
Yeah, but
Because
here's
it'd
the...
be an adaptation, it wouldn't be a one-for-one.
I think what they do is that
You
they...
couldn't do a one-for-one.
I think what they do is that for every ending, they would sort of make it like I said, I remember in the beginning of the game, it literally just said for her just to try to survive her senior year. So I'm guessing what they're going to do is they're going to adapt the endings in a way to make it feel like it's per episode. So it's like, oh, this is what happened at this day. This is what happened on that day, and all that.
Where they
junk.
could just have every episode like tell its own mini stories.
Yeah, they could do that too, because that's essentially what the little
And
anime
not really
short.
have it all be, and it doesn't have to all be canon.
That's what the anime short did, actually. That with the short promoting the game. I don't think that ever happened in the game. It was its own thing. Well, it kind of did happen, but in the original game, not the re-up. The reason I say
I know they didn't do Zero Escape because it's the same issue. Not because it was violent, but because they couldn't really figure out how to adapt it with all the different endings and shit.
The true ending, especially because of the fact that
Which, if you like pseudoscience and like theoretical physics, go play Zero Escape 2. It is one of the best games you will ever play if you like puzzles and shit like that.
Which it would hurt my brain because I would absolutely despise it.
By the way, we're playing that at some point because I want to see how smart you are.
I'm not that smart, dude.
Listen, the second game doesn't have complex math like the first one does.
Oh, with like binary root, which whatever the fuck that is.
Digital root, and it's actually really easy to figure out.
I was not good at math. That's all I'll say.
I'm not good at math either, but it's simple. Let's say if you need the number 9, you add 1. You take the number 19 and add 1, or you take the number 18 and add 1 plus 8, and you get 9, and that is the digital root of 18. It's essentially square roots with extra steps.
Why? Why?
Because the game wanted to make up its own math problem. Also, I'm assuming we're in Germany right now.
No, Italy, or at least a place resembling Italy in the 1800s.
We are in I forgot Pinocchio was in Italy. We are into Italy. I can talk like this because I'm a part Italian and it's not a fucking racist. A pizza pie Adriano. How bad's my Italian accent?
Do the Peter Griffin thing. I beat the Buddha Baba Beeba Babo.
I beat the Buddha Baba Bida. I beat the Buddha Buddha. I beat the Buddha.
Oh, I hate that. I always put in these assholes in the corner somewhere.
Apparently Newfoundland, Canada, it's one of those places where people speak such weird English slang you need a translator.
Oh, God.
There's a place like that in England as well. I mean, technically you can make the same argument with the Deep South in the U.S. Not where you're from, I mean like Florida and Alabama.
Speaking of Florida,
you mean Hell on Earth? Yes.
No, no, Bargain Bin, Australia? Yeah.
Bargain Bin, Australia! That's perfect.
I mean, that's what it is.
Dude, no, Australia has class. Florida has none.
And you assume Australia has class?
Dude, Australians are rednecks with class. Florida's just rednecks.
How the hell does Australia have class?
It's fucking Australia, dude. They had deer that went to prison. And by deer that went to prison, I mean kangaroo. And kangaroo are awesome.
Oh, that's a cool view. This is done by a AA company, by the way.
By the way, if you're from Florida, I still love you guys. Just, we're just joking.
Here's the thing. I think they would agree.
Your state is a fucking cesspool. You might want to work on that.
Here's the thing. Even they would agree. But that's the whole Florida charm.
Dude, New Jersey and Florida making fun of each other is a tale as old as time. And I love it. I always do it on social media. Like, our states are both cesspools. We know that. And we just make fun of each other for it.
Yeah. That's the whole joke, the irony of it.
I mean, Florida has alligators and bath salts. We have spray tans and assholes.
And you also got Jersey Shore.
And a lot of Jewish people. Like, more so than any other place in the U.S.
Shockingly.
Like, it's so bad, there's literally a sign in Israel telling people to come here, and that's what's before the whole thing kicked off.
Ooh.
We're essentially a refuge for European Jewish. which I don't mind, but they can be really weird to talk to sometimes. Like,
Why? 'Cause
really weird to talk to sometimes.
Why? Because they're from
They're
out of
not
town?
good conversationalists.
No shit, they're Jewish.
Like, it's kind of like you're talking to someone from the medieval era because they have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Ah.
And I wish I was kidding. Like, nothing against you if you're Jewish, it's just weird. Like, it's... Like, I'm not uncomfortable, it's just awkward.
Makes sense. By the way, in Souls terms, I'm gonna put this in Souls terms. You know about R1s and R2s, right?
Heavy attacks and light attacks? Yes.
No, in Souls terms.
No.
Basically, for example, it's less the amount of damage you do, but how many hits the enemy takes. So for example, when I attack a puppet like this, it takes one charged R2 and a regular R1 to take him out. And the reason we do this, because like in order to how to basically maximize our stamina use, to use the most minimum amount of stamina possible.
I'm assuming you don't fight humans in this game at all.
You do. You either fight the...
I'm assuming the... Now, does this game tell the story like Dark Souls where you just find random ass papyruses all over the place?
Less about the... It doesn't really do that. It does a mix. Where, like, it has its own story, and Jiminy will tell you what's going on. But... it also, if you want to know about the world, it'll tell you in, like, regular notes and all that junk.
But is Jiminy a cricket?
I think.
I'm assuming that's Jiminy talking.
No, that's another person.
The fuck is that thing? One of those boxing toys come to life?
It's meant to be a training.
The Rock'em Sock'em robots?
Figures. The whole organization fell apart. All that's left are wannabes and amateurs who think they can fight on their own. You ought to buy something while you're at the festival. You can't rely on yourself alone. Out here alone? You could use some help. Here's a festival gift for you. Now get yourself something useful.
Wait, he gave you money to get something from his own shop?
No.
Oh, sells of the currency, I guess?
No, it's he sells you items. Let's see, what to get. I already have the puppet saber handle.
Now, you upgrade your handle, not your weapon, right?
You upgrade the weapon. You can change the handle, though.
So if you wanted, you could have a fucking rapier hammer on a fucking warhammer.
No, basically, you can have a rapier's handle, but a greatsword blade on top of it.
So that speed up the great sword, though?
I think? I don't know.
Or is a lot of it a noob trap?
I think earlier on it's a noob trap, but then once you actually start building up your arsenal, it gives you more toys to play with.
Like, it feels like you have to know how actual swords work for that to be beneficial to the player.
No.
Unless it's like one of those suspensions of disbelief things.
Yeah, just a suspension of disbelief, kind of. Because, I mean, for...
Got it.
I mean...
I was going to say, most people don't know how swords work.
Because here's the thing. Why... Because here's the thing. Why would you put a rapier handle on a greatsword's blade? It's like trying to mix a claymore with a pistol. It's not going to work.
Well, exactly. It's like when you have a great sword in fantasy and have, like, no fucking hilt. You're going to break the thing and your hand if you try and swing with that.
Yeah. Although it does look really
Monster
goofy.
Hunter!
Although it does look super goofy. I've seen it. It looks super...
It does. I mean, why do you think Monster Hunter does that?
No, because what here's the thing. It's like super goofy. It is honestly really funny. Because I remember... Because you get a police baton. I put a rapier handle on a police baton and it looks so... It looks so sketchy.
So, speaking of the Monster Hunter movie, 90% of the deaths in that movie are because they tried to kill... It's because they tried to shoot the... Literally the most deadliest monster in that Monster Hunter movie was the fucking bug things that you make armor out of, those fly things.
Oh.
The Banabras, which Literally, no one could kill. You think you'd be able to kill them with a gun? Nope. For some reason, in that movie, the rules of that isekai universe was that normal weapons like assault rifles don't work on any of the monsters.
Which is stupid.
It was, dude. I never said the movie was good. It's just good popcorn fun.
Here's the thing. It was directed by the Resident Evil guy.
And then at the end, they like tease a Raffian fight that never happens. Like, why?
Sequel bait.
Dumb.
Sequel bait.
Really dumb.
They tried making Monster Hunter the next Resident Evil. It's not gonna work.
They did. It was bad. And I'm stuck with a 4K Blu-ray of it too.
Why?
Because it was on sale. That's why.
You moron.
When Best Buy has a Blu-ray sale, you take that shit. Everyone bought all the good shit, so I was stuck with that movie.
Ah, that explains it.
I described it as popcorn fun, or like if you're drunk or something. Like if you're a fan of Monster Hunter, you probably will like the movie just for a good bit of popcorn fun. But if you're a dad that just wants to, okay, so my dad used to buy whatever action movie was on the shelf, hence why he bought Tomb Raider the movie,
which was good,
and Resident Evil the movie, not knowing they were video game movies.
Here's
so the Resident Evil movies were always decent.
The Tomb Raider one was actually good because the movie helped popularize the game.
Didn't we get a Silent Hill movie at one point?
Yeah, there was, and surprisingly, it was decent. Not gonna lie.
Early video game movies, like, for what they varied in quality, some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, like Silent Hill, that was decent. It was a decent horror film. Tomb Raider, actually pretty good.
I have not seen it, but my dad has it in his cabinet, so I might throw it. We can always watch it together. My dad has that in his cabinet.
The first Resident Evil movie is actually considered the best because it actually tried to be scary.
And then they kind of got goofy with it by doing that whole werewolf war thing. I'm thinking of the Underworld movies.
It's easy to confuse them, right?
It really is. I don't know. I think they have the same actress in them, right?
No. That's what I thought too for the longest time.
No. Same. They just have a very similar haircut. I'm like, wait a minute. I need to watch the Underworld movies. Apparently they're all really good. Don't they have... Aren't those the ones with Blade in them?
No. No. Underworld's its own thing. But goddamn, Underworld, I missed that franchise. I wonder why I never came
Dude, there's
back.
so many early 2000s movies that I get confused with other movies.
I think Underworld managed to get a decent run for like 10 years, right? Like I had like a sequel in like the 2010s.
Dude, who doesn't want to see vampires fight werewolves?
Yeah, it's sick.
It's a tale as old as time.
It's Tales as old as time, but it's always a classic.
I forget how there's a movie called... It was a B movie that has different names in different parts of the world. That's Zombies versus Vampires. And it's apparently a really fucking metal movie, and I need to watch it. Like, it's not good, but it's like one of those popcorn fun movies that's so bad it's good. Oh, hey, it's your cousin.
Cousin. Cousin Nico. Let's go bowling.
I was just gonna say that. Dude, one time I was running from cops, literally parachuting to the ground.
God, this boss.
And Nico calls me, he's like, hey cousin, let's go bowling. I'm like, Nico? Or Roman, really? Dude, Roman gets the shittiest endings in that game no matter what you do. And it kind of makes me mad.
Yeah, but it's GTA 4. It's one of the more darker GTAs.
But Roman doesn't deserve it. Roman's awesome.
Hold on, dude. My sister was asking for soda.
Like, Roman doesn't even want to commit crimes. He just wants to be like an average working citizen.
Oh, God.
Like, Roman's just like the dude who just wants to start a new life. Like, actually start new for himself.
Yeah, the problem
He's
is...
happens to have a shit ton of debt.
The problem is everyone keeps dragging him into shit.
Yeah. Like, Roman's actually a generally good guy.
Yeah, he also helped
Probably one of
someone
my
get out of
favorite
being a
GTA
drug
characters.
addict.
He helped what?
He helps someone get out of being a drug addict.
Yeah, I need to play GTA 4 to its entirety. I wish they'd do an actual good HD remaster of it.
There was a bunch of rumors about it, but never got confirmed.
I mean, there was a lot of rumors about a Oblivion 4K remaster, which that runs on Unreal 5, and I'm like, if that ever happens, I will literally be in gaming paradise.
Yeah, hold on, be right back. Sorry, my sister asked me for soda. I'm gonna go pick it up. No one ate the
You and I
barbecue
think-
pizza.
Nobody.
No one, not even halfway.
Where'd you get it from?
It's a local joint, literally right next to my place. Like it's like literally just a few. Like literally just like.
Oh, you have a pizza place you do as well.
It's like 2 minutes away.
Isn't it Emilio's?
No, it's called
Oh.
Moran's.
We have an Emilio's Pizza. They're called Emilio's. They're literally around the corner from me. I can just walk there.
We got Formaggio's, but that's like 30 minutes away. And Formaggio's has amazing pizza. You ever ate a 12-inch pizza?
What's a 12-inch pizza?
You know your desk, right?
Yeah.
Think about your desk 1.5 times the size.
Oh, we have a place called Sawmill on our boardwalk that does that. Have you ever seen a Jersey boardwalk pizza?
No, but like the pizzas like from Formaggio's, bro, they're like literally the size of your arm.
Oh, yeah. We do pizza like that on our boardwalk. It's called the Jersey boardwalk style pizza.
Yeah, we got one over here, and apparently it's well known for it. So it's like maybe it's a Jersey thing, and they brought it over here. I don't know.
Maybe. I always thought that was just Jersey boardwalk pizza.
Also, this game heavily
Like-
also, by the way, this game heavily encourages you to lie. Because if you want to lie, that only way to get the true ending is to lie your ass off.
Jersey has a fucking met shit ton of Italian immigrants, so we ended up so us in New York have the best pizza in the world.
You say that.
Unless you go to actual Italy.
That's a lot of corpses.
See, this is why you don't get your tickets to France off Travelocity.com, folks.
Italy.
Italy. My bad.
By the way, fun fact, it's a teaser, but I think one of the secret endings in this game is that it teases the studio's next game, and apparently the next game they're making is based off Goldilocks.
I've already say Alice in Wonderland. I'm gonna be like, that's gonna be a really fucked up game.
Here's the thing, I want a new Alice game, but EA's being a dick about it, which is why I'm hoping these guys do it.
I knew what?
A new Alice in Wonderland game. But EA owns the rights, and American McGee, the guy that directed the series, tried to get it from EA, but EA said no. And because of that, American McGee ended up retiring from game development because he wanted it to be his final game. But because that never happened, he just retired then and there and said sorry to all the fans. And
Considering 90% of Alice in Wonderland was written on hard drugs, it's probably never gonna happen. Which was confirmed, by the way.
Here's the thing. That's why I said these guys would be perfect for an Alice in Wonderland game. They should just buy the rights from EA somehow and then make the game themselves and get American McGee to come help out.
Here's the problem: EA does not give up their rights. Why do you think we haven't gotten a good Star Wars Battlefront game?
No, here's the thing. Disney only allowed it for a certain amount of time. They lost the contract.
Thank God.
Now they can only publish the game if Disney allows it. And how do I say it? If you look up Alice Madness Returns, you'll see what I mean by that game looks super fun. Also, this game's Korean, by the way.
I can tell by some of the designs; they look very webcomic-y.
You noticed it too?
Dude, Korea's like coming out of the line, coming into their own when it comes to entertainment. Like, their movies are really good, or their comics have been good.
What's funny is that we're just barely realizing that, because it's like, where has this been all our lives? And I think it's because of thanks to Webtoon, because Webtoon helps spark
It's
up.
because American entertainment with Hollywood has been awful lately because they've been rehashing shit.
No,
and other countries have been making actual good shit.
That, and also because of the fact that Webtoon was also rising up, so people were able to see Korean manhwa for the first time, and people were like, "Damn,
Dude,
I want more
I
of
don't know if
this."
you've read Hive, but Hive is. Speaking of, I mean, we also got that really good show on Netflix.
Yeah, we're also getting
Good
some.
game.
We're also getting some good Chinese manhwa, some good Chinese games as well, and I really, and not gonna lie, it's a win-win because we're all getting more games now from everywhere, and more games, which means more good games coming out.
Yeah, we are. I think Spirity's Chinese that I'm playing or Korean.
There's a game I have called. Oh, I know a game we can play for Shit Game Saturday though, and I got it. I didn't even install it though. I think once
What game?
You ever heard of Sword and Fairy? Apparently, it's a part of a long-running Chinese gaming franchise, and the new one.
It sounds like a mobile game port to me.
No, it's actually a long-running franchise. There's 7 games.
Someone needs to tell Choji to control his damn butterflies.
Shut the fuck up. We gotta play. Speaking of butterflies, we gotta play Persona 3 at some point because Persona 3 is considerably shorter than Persona 5.
Dude, Choji versus Jirubo, or whatever his name was, still one of my favorite Naruto fights. He gives him the fucking smackdown.
I'll tell Karat, and she's the one that causes the butterflies. Her name's Sophia, and you can see why this game's Korean because look at the character designs.
I'm so happy to see you.
By the way, you're a puppet. Does that mean you have a penis? Or...
Oh no, she told him she knows. She's the one that told him to lie.
To find you.
I know, I'm being funny.
You must have questions.
We're trying to be.
Geppetto will have answers. But we have to find him first. He was last seen on Elysian Boulevard.
So is that the plot of this game, trying to find Geppetto?
Nope.
And that neighborhood is one of the scariest. Please find Geppetto on Elysian Boulevard. I'll explain more once you find him.
Please find Geppetto. He has my TV. He has my porn DVDs. I need them back. Or he just has her weed.
Believe it or not, finding Geppetto is not the main story. What really happens is that we have to stop the puppet uprising.
It's always gonna be an uprising. I told them not to rely on that damn AI.
Not even AI. It's literally a disease that's been going around.
I know.
Called the petrification disease.
I know, I'm being stupid. I'm assuming adverse is luck.
Advance is basically your side weapons. Like for example, a grappling. Remember how I said this game is also half Sekiro?
Are you min-maxing?
Yep.
You min-maxing douchebag.
You know how I said this game's like half Sekiro?
Yeah.
That's what Advance is for. Advance is basically for all your sub-weapons. Like, because...
That's proof.
How do I say it?
The real Gemini isn't so calm. I'm no inventor, but perhaps I can fix him. Or perhaps he'll fix himself in time.
I'm assuming this is the home base.
Take this pocket watch. Krat is a labyrinth
Yep.
of peril right now. This watch will guide you to a safe place.
Now, are you allowed to have multiple save files, or did I make you delete your save file?
No, it has multiple saves, don't worry. But also, by the way, the moon phase walk is broken because of the fact that usually Souls games would have to make you warping back to the main base as a consumable. The moon phase pocket watch is you can use it an infinite amount of times. It never breaks either. So that means
whatchamacall doesn't make it a consumable. Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, Dark Souls, and every mainline game makes it a consumable. But this game...
Elden Ring doesn't do that.
Yes, it does. Oh, no, wait, not Elden Ring, yeah. Yeah, I forgot Elden Ring has fast travel. But yeah, like, Elden Ring...
I know Dark Souls does.
No, Dark Souls does that, Bloodborne does that, Dark Souls 2...
I know,
3,
I just said Dark Souls does that.
Along with Bloodborne and Sekiro, I think. But yeah...
Demon Souls do that as well, I assume?
Yep.
Demon Souls is like the one that nobody played.
Which is why it got remade. But yeah, like, essentially you now have an infinite warping thing, which makes the last resort useless. because it drops all your souls. But this doesn't, and you can use it an infinite amount of times.
Why'd they even give you the other item then?
I don't know.
I'm assuming that's to make the game more noob friendly. The Pocket
No,
Watch.
no, it's not to make it noob friendly. It's legit. Just I just don't think they thought it out completely. They must have. Yeah, that's why yeah, they didn't think it out completely.
It makes sense that this game's Korean because Korea likes esports and hard games.
And a lot of action games for some reason. Like I actually have a few Korean action games here.
Like every country likes their own types of games. Like
Not only
Japan's more
that-
about that chill zen like experience.
Not only that,
The US likes shooters.
not only that, Eugene here is Korean because she says she's from a land from the east.
Geppetto left it with me.
And I doubt she's Japanese because I know Korea and Japanese have their own thing.
Well, yeah. Well, that's how they used to refer to. It's like set in like the 1400s, right?
1800s.
Yeah, that's how they used to refer to like places out there at the time. Like Japan was often referred to as islands of the Far East.
And here is the Sekiro part. Because watch this.
Sekiro.
Essentially, what this does is a grappling hook that makes enemies come closer to you. Which makes
Sekiro has that?
No, it does have it, but it only does it to help you get closer in, not for the enemy to come to you.
I feel like recently every game needs to have a grappling hook. That's just a thing. It's like when every game had like started that parkour.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't hate it. I personally love grappling hooks.
Oh, dude, nobody hates grappling hooks. Give me more grappling hooks in games, please, Dev. I don't care how you gotta squeeze it in.
The problem is trying to get it to fit on the buttons because of the fact.
They need to give us an actual grappling hook in Assassin's Creed. I know they did that with Syndicate, but it kind of sucked.
No, with Syndicate they tried to do a Batman, where they tried to make it similar to the grappling hook from Batman.
They need to give us like an actual good grappling hook, like something on the lines of like Doom,
Yeah.
or Halo.
And yeah, to make it actually usable in any situation, not just platforming, like using the grappling hook.
Or like
bring
how
enemies-
Monster Hunter does it.
To bring enemies closer, to bring yourself towards enemies. Yeah, it would be much better.
You know, it'd be a really neat idea for Assassin's Creed.
What?
Having an Assassin's Creed that takes place in like the modern era. You're like a
Here's
corporate
the
assassin
thing.
or something.
Here's the thing, we could have gotten that, but then fans were like, ugh, this game's getting too modern, we hate that. Go back to the past. And we got Origins instead.
What I want to see is I just want another speaking of good like open world stuff, I want another Sleeping Dogs so bad. They literally had the sequel almost prepped and ready to go, golden development, like heavy in development, but then the company went bust. And it really upsets me.
It's because Square just couldn't keep their hands off it.
That game was so good. It was like GTA, but instead of guns, you had kung fu. It was literally like an 80s fucking kung fu action movie come to life.
Here's the thing, blame Square. Because, thing is...
We'll blame Square.
Because Sleeping Dogs did sell enough. It was popular. But for some reason, Square got its grubby mitts involved and changed the sequel to like an MMO for some reason.
I didn't even hear about that.
And the MMO was terrible. And a lot
Also,
of...
it didn't help that a lot of the only port of the game that worked was the Xbox One 360 port.
I have a
Or the
port.
Xbox One port. I forget which version I had. I know I played it on an Xbox, but I don't remember if I had the 360 or the One version. I know certain ports work better than others. Like, I know the PC port's a broken mess. You there?
Yeah. Yeah. My mom just pranked me saying like
Oh.
if she my mom just pranked me saying if you want to make a Christmas list, and I think she told my sister to say it to me, and she told me to ask her, and I'm like, hey, can you make me a Christmas list? And she said you're too old, and I'm like, okay, very funny.
Your sisters won't hear me if I say this, will they?
I have headphones on, don't worry.
Oh, do they both believe in Santa still?
Yep.
That's great.
Oh, that's great, because I can't wait to tell them when they're like 10, saying that Santa's not real. In reality, Santa's mom.
Let them figure it out on their own.
No, I want
Better that way.
to gaslight them into thinking my mom's Santa.
Yeah, but you don't want to be too cool about it.
What? It's a big brother's job to... They're still going for the bit. They gave me a piece of paper for a Christmas list. Are you kidding me?
Dude, I just use my phone, like, whenever I make a Christmas list.
I'll use my power.
Yeah.
Ergo is the miracle that made Krat prosper. Without Ergo, there would be no automated puppets to make.
The thing is, I don't really want a lot for Christmas, though.
When you move, you
I only put like 3 things on my Christmas list.
I think this is the only Christmas where I'm like, I'll just get clothes.
Yeah, I mostly just ask for stuff that I need these days.
Yeah, because because
cable or
here's
whatever.
The thing. I would usually get games, but the problem is, it's like the games I want to get, I'm getting them on my own anyways. So it's like, nah.
Yeah, when you get older, you start to realize these things.
Yeah, where it's like, oh wait, I could just get this whenever I want. Like, yeah.
I'm probably gonna end up with the European version of Code Rain, which will be pretty fun. It's gonna look so weird next to my other Switch stuff. It's got the big Peggy thing on it.
Oh, 100%.
Luckily, the spine you can't see the game rating, so it'll just look like the English cases unless you pull it out.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like uniform. I don't know why Spike's been doing that. Like they don't do physical ports in the US anymore. Yet in Europe they do. And that's a lesser market.
It's because they realize that.
I'll use my power. In the folklore of Krat.
Like Europe's not as big as a market, so that makes no sense unless. Oh, I think that Europe has like certain laws where they have to do like they can't just do digital only for goods. Europe's a lot more far forward when it comes to tech laws, and it's a good thing and also a curse.
You'll see what I mean.
Ah.
Why do you think Apple changed their ports on all their devices?
You know what's
Because if
funny?
they didn't, they wouldn't be allowed to sell in the 3rd biggest consumer market for electronics.
You know what's funny? Is that Apple's trying to get into the gaming market by promoting the iPhone as a gaming device for RE4. They had like RE4 to promote it.
Apple has the resources, big time, to make their own gaming console.
Yeah, but
a really powerful one at that.
Here's the thing,
but they don't do it.
Knowing Apple, they make you charge $700 than the usual $500.
Well, I'm saying that they could, and if they really wanted to, they can underprice it to compete with the competition. They just don't do it.
They overprice everything, dude.
And the one time they tried, they fucked up a really good game concept.
Which is why the Apple Arcade is a thing.
Also, I love how the plot of World's End Club gaslit everyone, and I think it was going to be another death game.
When in reality, it wasn't.
I don't know if that. I wonder if that was the intention from the start, or if Apple just made them change the plot. That's the question.
Whoa, that is sick. I just saw that man, Spider-Man.
Yo, that's a cool ass spotlight effect.
I think this was in the trailer. This was in the trailer.
Dude, is that Yuri Lowenfall?
No.
It's given it sounds like him.
I think these are relatively unknown, like some no-name actors, but they do a hell of a good job.
Yeah.
They're really good. I'm Jiminy, your friendly puppet guide. Or friendly guide puppet? I don't know, one of those. I'm also a friend of Sophia's. Last time I woke up, Sophia was there because she woke me up. But I'm sure there are still other memories in there. Sorry. Must be the shock. Bear with me, and I'll do my best to guide you.
Must be the shock. Question, Jimmy. Do I have a penis? Do I not have a penis? Is my penis inside me?
Also, this game tries to do the show don't tell thing, but the thing is, when the showing is very, very obvious.
You can't really do the showing if your showing's cryptic. Looking at you, Dark Souls.
No, because what they were doing what they did for the plot is that they made the showing really obvious of what's going on.
How hard is the Lord of Cinder from Dark Souls, which is the final boss of the third one, I think?
Lord of Cinder? I don't know, but here's the thing. He's meant to be the first protagonist of the series. The Lord of Cinder.
Oh, you never beat the final boss of third?
No, the only Souls game I properly beat was 1, and I'm literally inches away from being Bloodborne when I'm just too lazy. And Sekiro I haven't beaten
My
yet.
sentiments with
Elden Ring,
games.
I'm near the end of the game.
Elysian Boulevard was a regular rich people row. You wanted fancy boutiques and shops. No place better.
Also the fact that Jiminy just spells it out.
That was long ago, before the puppet frenzy.
Yeah, Jiminy has, in terms of explaining the lore, they either have Jiminy explain it, or it's very obvious what's going on.
I gotcha. Yeah, my cat's just chilling on me right now.
Oh, I forgot these guys have guns.
Of course they have guns. We don't talk about puppets, oh no. We don't talk about puppets.
Oh, I hate that song.
I love that song.
I hated it because here's the thing. When you have two sisters that you're still living with, what ends up happening is that they watch that movie and they just don't shut up.
Oh, here's the thing. My mom took care of two twin girls for her job as like a medical nurse, and they would not stop singing "Let It Go" from Frozen.
Oh god.
And I'm bilingual with that song, and my mom hates anytime I sing it in whatever language.
Oh no.
Yume Hajimeta Yuki wa Ashiyato.
No, don't you
Can't go
dare.
any further except copyrighted, I'm pretty sure.
Here's the thing. It's the Japanese version of Let It Go, and Disney definitely copyrighted it.
Let It Go was actually the first movie that Disney like properly dubbed in Japanese.
Yeah.
When I say Let It Go, I meant Frozen. Like Disney only recently started dubbing movies in Japanese. They just show them over there with subtitles.
Oh yeah.
It's really cool watching Mulan in Japanese, actually.
That is an American film based off Chinese mythology, dubbed in Japanese. Whoo!
It's something.
Yeah. But like, yeah. Also, remember how I said this game is also half Sekiro?
Yeah.
It's more Sekiro than I thought, because like I said, a lot of enemies have really long combo strings.
By the way, it's Sekiro, not Sekiro.
Not only that, it's really hard to stagger enemies, so it heavily encourages parrying. The problem is, here's where the Bloodborne comes in, and that's the problem. They want you to rely on parrying, so they make the dodge shitty.
We
Like,
don't talk
look.
about dodging.
Look,
no,
look,
no.
you don't even go that far.
Oh. That's pretty bad.
And the only way to improve it is getting a double dodge, which barely makes it tolerable.
You're just like cutting for enemies like butter. Guessing you're I'm guessing you're just used to Souls likes.
Yeah. There's a reason I prefer other action games than Souls games. Is because, I do love Souls games, but it's when they're, like, fast-paced. The problem is that most Souls games require you to be very meticulous. And if you're not meticulous...
Like fucking Dark Souls?
Yeah. And the thing is, not only that, a lot of Souls games have a bad habit of just making, like... there basically being no combo strings for your attacks. And even if there was, they don't really link up properly because it's meant for, like, PvP balance. Like, this is your nut attack. It's just these two swings and that's it. I prefer, like, actual combos compared to, like, just these.
I got you.
And what ends up happening is that, and you already know, I adapt really fast. So what ends up happening is that I figure out the combo strings, and I figure out the enemy patterns, and it's just like, that's it. And I get it, that's supposed to be what Souls games are. You're meant to be really meticulous. Don't try to be stylish and all that. But what if I want to be stylish? That's why I want a new Ninja Gaiden game. Where it's hard, but you can still look like a badass.
Well, you know they've been like making games less bloody lately.
No, I think we're starting to get back into that.
Well, they totally get Diablo for that treatment because it feels way less gory than even a second game that came out in the 90s.
What's funny is I think we're starting to get back into it because it's like for example, games like Doom Eternal, which was incredibly brutal.
Like, listen, if I'm gonna cut through hundreds of demons at once, I want their blood all over my ass.
Also,
okay?
this game, for a game made in Korea, is surprisingly violent in terms of, like... like, sure, it may be oil spills, but it's literally covering your entire body. So do not tell me it's not gory, because it definitely
Korean
is.
stuff can be gory as hell. Hive was gory as hell. So bad that some translators literally censored it because they didn't want to look at it.
Wait, what'd you say? Like,
which was really annoying.
Some things
which
are
was really annoying when you were relying on translations.
Wait, what's gory as hell? Not Hive. What else? What'd you say?
Hive.
What'd you say before that, though?
It was so gory that some translators...
No, not that before
I said
that.
Korean stuff can be pretty gory as well.
Yeah, which is why why I'm reading some certain manga that are like that. Because it's like... I really miss the era of gore. It's why I like Ninja Gaiden and, like... a lot of like old God of War. Now it's tame. Because
by the way, speaking of manhwa, can someone fucking tell me what the hell's going on in Tower of God?
I like how that got an anime, but the anime kind of sucks.
It's pretty bad. I still have no fucking idea what's going on. It's like, you're gonna do this test. Now do this test. Now do this test. Oh, did I tell you there was another test? That's literally the entire show.
Oh, yeah. Also, I forget to mention, for some reason
wait,
the game
so
got a
when are they climbing the actual tower?
You know what's funny
really
is
confusing.
you know what's funny is that there's even a mobile game for it already, and I'm like, how the hell did this game get a mobile game already?
It's like one of the most confusing shows I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Then again, they have to try to condense a lot of chapters into one 12 episode anime. And that's the main problem some manhwa adapted into anime have. Because God of High School, which is really good, tried to adapt dozens of chapters into 12 episodes. Which...
Is that why it felt so rushed?
Yep.
The fights were good, but it felt really rushed.
Yeah, that's the problem with it. They tried to adapt so much of it into a 12 episode series. The thing is, though, it's fine just covering only like 20 to 30, but here's the thing.
Crunchyroll did that Korean anime program, and because none of the stuff through it turned out well, they stopped it right before they could do the good show, which was Hive, which would have had multiple good seasons.
No, the problem...
They could have got multiple seasons out of that one.
To be honest, that's less Crunchyroll's fault and more the studios wanting to just crunch everything. Because here's
Hive's really good. It's like anime Walking Dead. It's more about the people than the actual bugs that are inhabiting everywhere. And I can't get my one friend to read it because he has insect phobia real bad.
Your friend?
My other friend, yeah, Emilio.
You just said your friend's name.
Oh, Twitch don't know his name. Yeah, I can't get him to read it because he has like severe insect phobia.
Oh god.
But you're missing out. Really good.
Oh, I gotta be... One plus I have about this game, though, is that if you run out of healing, all you gotta really do is just get good and essentially just be aggressive in order to get back at least one healing.
I got you.
So the game heavily encourages you to be aggressive. The problem is, it also wants you to parry a lot, which requires you to be defensive. So what ends up happening is that it's in that weird area of... It wants to be Sekiro, but it also wants to be Bloodborne. And that's the
Look.
problem I have with it. It wants to be two
Look,
things.
you're-
It wants to be two things, and it just doesn't work out all that well.
I don't know. You're just progressing through. It's like it's nothing.
Yeah, because I played this section before, and it also pisses me off a bit. Because I've been through here this area plenty of times, and it made me mad a lot. Because let me just say this part gets like super annoying. For example, I gotta deal with that thing.
You know what? That's the one thing I really like with Dark Souls like combat is like when we have good jump assassination attacks. It's what I like with assassins.
Cannot be used here.
It's
There's
let me-
another me nearby.
It's like let me jump kill bitches. Seriously, it's
What
satisfying.
the? It's following
fun.
me into the shop?
Yeah. How else is it gonna kill you? Such a dick. How else is it gonna kill you?
Run! I'm getting out of here.
What are you kidding? It only has like 2 health left. You can totally kill it.
Yeah, but thing is...
Don't
thing
be a
is-
bitch. Don't be a bitch.
Here's the problem. It hits super hard.
And you can probably kill it before it hits you again.
I'm not that good. I'm gonna lure it back over here, so I can actually probably have room to fight it.
You know, this is proper revenge for the shit you said to me when we were playing
It's not revenge.
Code Vein. See? What did I tell you?
There we go. And... treasure.
More catharsis.
I like how... Also, this game also has the audacity to turn off bonfires. So that means the bonfires aren't even the safe havens you think. Because if you're getting chased by enemies, it just won't let you straight up use them.
What? That's a bullshit.
So that means you gotta kill the enemies in order to activate the Stargazers, or else you can't use them.
You know, I just realized this is made in Korea, so it's a KRPG.
No, it's a action KRPG, an AKRPG.
Yeah, so we can call it KRPG.
No, it's a KARPG. A KARPG. Yeah, that makes sense. What you selling me?
Why, hello. I didn't know anyone was alive.
Hello!
here.
I have methamphetamine. I have the methamphetamines. Buy them now. They won't get you high, I promise.
Don't worry.
Have the miner's lung? Buy some heroin.
Need to look out
Have
for
that
each other.
terrible... Does your wife have the...
I
Have the, what did they call it back then? The female jitters or something?
Cooties.
Not cooties, what the fuck was it? Does your wife have female hysteria? Buy her a nice vibrating wooden rod. Oh my god, I love that voice. You don't understand.
Ugh. Oh god, my nose. And I'm fighting these bosses with a stuffy nose. Great.
Do you have allergies? Buy some cocaine today. Guaranteed to help or your money back.
I haven't died yet, but I'm probably gonna jinx myself just by saying that.
Have you died? Bye. He starts talking like a demon. Today.
What sucks is that this game has gestures, but there's no multiplayer. So those gestures are kind of pointless.
Why do NPCs react to them?
Never tried it before. Hold on.
Nope.
The only one, I think it's trying to do the Dark Souls thing where some gestures will actually affect some parts of the game. But like, for example, like, oh, you want to use it, you want to pray to this statue, and you'll feel more human. But other than that, that's pretty much it.
Freeze the sun.
I think it's meant for.
I
Like,
just did that. My cat looked at me like, "Are you retarded?"
I think it's meant to be like a sort of a.
Oh, I forgot to. I know my way. Any of your. I know my way.
Let me upgrade. What the upgrade?
We don't talk
Oh,
about.
I'm gonna upgrade the rapier. Alter handle. Oh, this is what I mean by the handles. Essentially, depending on the build you're going for, if you have the cranks for it, you could change like a weapon from a technique build to motivity, which is like basically making a weapon going from dex to strength.
That's interesting.
So that means you can make a great sword that's a strength weapon, turn it into a dex weapon.
That's disgusting.
It is, which is why I say this game heavily encourages you to make a build that you want. So it's like, oh, you want to use this weapon, but you're doing a dex build? Okay, just have a crank and you can change it into a dex weapon.
So we've been going for 2 hours 40, and it's like 12:09 by me. Want to wrap it up for the night?
Yeah, sure. Let me just do some last minute level ups.
I'll use my power.
Alright.
Okay, put that in that. Also, if you ever get this game, I heavily encourage you to upgrade capacity. Because if you want to use big weapons, you're gonna need to upgrade that. Because some of these weapons are heavy. But yeah. Alright guys. We're gonna end it off here. We're going for our usual time. So if you guys enjoyed the stream, give us a follow. And for all the people that are from the VOD channel, like, sub, and subscribe. And if you feel like it, go check out our personal stuff. Links in the Twitch. But other than that, yeah. See you guys.
I'm gonna brush up on Dick Fight Island for our next nerd talk, I promise.